Ronshewe Suleiman is back to the Ibeju Lekki side. Solomon Chilemaya, Karim Gafa, Adubimbo, Karim Ayoku, Olympia Shewe will be on the card studio, Bishopson Afiz, Isiaku Okasha, David Adorade, Dan Larry Isaac is the biggest surprise joining Ibeju Lekki. And for GCI, it is Isaac Ope who leads the side. Oyekami Lokman, Ope Sylvester, the national team skipper, Adore Vincent, Pam Paul, Ibarra Becky, Ojunayo Talabi, Ugo Fine, Adebaro Samson, Jimo Abdurrahman, Ali Ramon. Umpires for today are the biggest around, Olumide Akintoku and Ricky Tete, who do us the honors of leading this park. It's Ibeju Lekki who won the toss and chose to bat first. One of the biggest rivalries in club cricket history in the Lagos CCC League. Both teams have competed very well on this field today. I can tell you the national team players on the GCI side is Isaac Ope, Sylvester Ope, Adore Vincent, Mubarak Becky has been around, Ubo Fine, Jimo Abdurrahman, Ali Ramon, who got his national team senior debut in December during the West African tournament, and for Ibeju Lekki, the skipper himself, Ridwan Abdul Karim, Ronshewe Suleiman, Solomon Chiamaya, Sheye Olympio ex-international, still involved. Dan Larry Isaac is the biggest name there, enlisted as among the top 5 associate run scorers in 2025. The first ball is bowled from the Court of Appeal end. In the air, not sure if that carry. The umpires are going to have a conversation there. This will be a real disaster for Ibeju Lekki. The first ball, looking to glance at one. The umpires are going to consult. Ricky Tete, not sure that one carried to the fielder at second slip. Yeah, with that decision, benefit the say goes to the back. Umpire back on the spot. Clearly not out. There will be some relief in the camp of Ibeju Lekki. Good start there from Jimo. Ronshewe disappointed with himself, but just managed to survive that one. Sylvester in that slip position was just sure that there was a chance there. Guided away the protection in the deep. That was short pitch delivery. Ronshewe now on the mark. That partnership is what Ibeju requires this morning, and it's between Ronshewe Suleiman and Solomon Chilemaya. Plenty of movement here from players. I think this is the most perhaps balanced club team composition in the past 5 seasons. Brilliant line again. Consistency. Jimo Abdurrahman, one of Nigeria's key wicket taker. Both decent areas that it concluded ICC Africa Regional World Cup qualifiers in Zimbabwe late last year. A lot to play for. Both teams know what is at stake if they should top the chart. Confusion there, one other opportunity they missed. Ibeju will have to watch this one carefully. In the air, opportunity, brilliant touch, yes it is. He gets his man and runs away with the pass for just one of 3 deliveries. Important wicket here, live on this track. And it's GCI in an exciting situation. Decent line by Jimo on your screen again. Was looking to double for a single, but Sylvester okay. Taking a beautiful catch, running back from the slip position. One of the biggest rivalry in GCI during the first block. One delivery to come from this over, 2 to 1 from those 5 deliveries. One only situated at 2.4. One wants to talk about the total per score. Banlaria has been one of the finest, if not the best cricketer in the country at the moment. Some consistency with the bat. Very useful with the ball. Man is playing so hard, plays his cricket around the 6 yards in Nigeria, was from Cardinal State. So in around last year was in South Africa and then Zimbabwe. In the last 24 months, I've seen this young man travel a bit and represented Nigeria. Proper, you say. Another dot ball, and that brings us to the end of the first over. It is 2 for 1. That wicket again, beautiful delivery from Jimo. Just trying to tap it, perhaps, top edge. And then it's gone. Big shout out to our key sponsors here, Sterling Bank. Been very, very, very useful to club cricket in Nigeria at this point. Thanks to Tata International, Nigeria Cricket Federation, Pets Foundation, Segu Family Foundation, Tech Point, Milo, they call it Milo. It's Uboy Fine who takes it from the pavilion end for GCI. Slightly down the leg side. Solomon gets on the mark again. So the road test for Ifeanyi, who is bowling to one of the finest batters in the country at the moment, is Danladi Isaac. Decent line. Checking and just looking. It's Dan Larry Isaac. Inconsistency there. The team that holds his Naftamus perhaps would carry the day, but you can't say both teams look solid on paper. Soft hands, that one didn't carry. Some excitement around the slip cordon. It is the national team, skipper himself, Sylvester Ope. Verifying. Just move it around a bit. But this is going to be a very solid competition between them. He goes big. And of course, slower delivery. Smart cricket by Ifeanyi. A smart, cheeky smile on his face. Many thanks to the production team here at the TBS Cricket Oval, a Birmingham team. It's all here looking solid. Another dot delivery. Run out opportunity. Umpire Olumide Akintoku not interested in that one. Soft hands sent him back. Brave call by Dan Larry. Quite a confident young man. Understands his cricket. Has grown from the streets in Kaduna. He comes down the line again, misses that one. Just trying to create room to go straight on. And it's end of the second over. Score still on 3 for the loss of 1 wicket. Brilliant line. This from Jimo. He's enjoying the moment, using the deck and moving it away from the batters. But as calm as ever, Solomon Chilemaya looked solid behind that one. That's the beauty of T20 cricket. You can't stick around for too long without looking to get runs. Goes big, off his ties, and it's a 6. Brilliant shot. A class act. You can't go that shot. What a response. This is the ability you've seen by these batters. This one right pitch shot into his ties, and he would take no passengers. Solomon Chilemaya, one of the biggest buys by Ibeju Lekki. It tells you there's something and a lot to offer in this game today. And the express beauty. You can call that a Sterling Bank shot. Play of the day. I promise you we're going to see many of these because the quality of batters here today can be overemphasized. Thank you, Scarlet Band. Your prayers have been busy. That delivery just pushed us to 9 for 1. Flicks this one towards fine leg. Single on the card. This is very good cricket. Interesting and beautiful day here at the TBS Cricket Oval. Quite sunny conditions here in the morning. Lively wickets. We have seen from that Russian wicket and the last one of the tie from Chilemaya. He lifts that one. Jimo learnt his lesson there. Bowling to 2 different batters and have to adjust accordingly. He knows his man Dan Laddie. They've been together the past 10 years or 15 years thereabout. Both from Kaduna State. Interesting and important to give credit to whom deserve it. Plenty of production line coming from Kaduna State Cricket Association and the Ibeju State Cricket Association. We will see a lot more in the course of this game. Swings and misses again. Jimo knows his man. Dan Laddie will have to do more. He scores fast anyway. Might take a few dot balls, but when he gets going, he goes big. Oh, taking his time, consistency, and that's the end of the third over. It is 10 for 1 wicket, and it's Suleiman Roshenwoe who has departed. Ibeju would continue from the pavilion end. Brilliant shot again, this time score, stand and deliver. Chilemaya looking solid here. Short pitch delivery. He just stands and come back again. 13 of 7 deliveries. To join me in the comebacks will be Abami Ayanusi.
Good morning, Andy. I must say, I've been watching this game from afar, and I must say, it's been an exciting way to see Chilemaya dismantling the opening bowlers of GCI. He's no pushover, and it's interesting to say that this Chilemaya is a very aggressive batter, so GCI will be looking for a way to ensure that they get him off strike at almost every point in time.
I think the bowlers have to be sensible here. You already see the strength of these batters. You have to understand that you don't want to bowl, keep bowling to their strengths. Brilliant shot of the back foot. This is a class art, I tell you what. This is what you see anywhere in the world.
I have to say this, Endurance. He has been playing a very good tactical game right here. kneeling back, rocking back, playing on the top with his top hand. That is what you want to see from opening batters when they are so comfortable playing the opening bowlers with the new ball.
Clearly, the ability, a brilliant field placement, moves the field around. Goes fetching that one. Dan Laddie yet to get on his first 10 deliveries without scoring. Unlike him.
You're very right, Endurance, unlike him, but never put out to him on any game. You never write Dan Laddie out. So he might look a little bit trying to get used to the pitch, but when this man gets going, he becomes unstoppable.
His first run, scrambles for that one. He looked to go big, but only manages single in front of cover point.
The way Ibeju is going right now, Andy, they're currently taking it to 4 runs per over. I think it's going to be very interesting to see if Chilemania and Dan Laddie Isaac can take it a bit 6 runs per over to probably put them around the 50 mark before the power play.
I agree with you, AB. It's important that they keep the scoreboard ticking. Dan Laddie will have to keep rotating the strike to ensure Chilemania, who looks in form, continue to pile up the runs. Brilliant cricket here. This is what we're talking about. Those singles have to keep coming. They have to keep going. They have wickets in hand and you want to dominate. However, they've not been able to take advantage of the first power play this morning. But the bowling has been brilliant. But for a few deliveries that Chilemaya have dispatched, as we can see.
Soft hands after those back-to-back boundaries is what Chilemaya has resorted to start doing. But he needs to make sure his team gets some runs on the board.
Waited for this, and he finds his gap, but somebody in the April finds the boundary. That's the man, Dan Laddie. I tell you, when he gets going, it's no stopping. He knows how to find those gaps, and he's a brilliant and fantastic cricketer. Take the dots away from him, see it again, short, giving him that room, and he graces that one through the cover point position and finds the boundary in the dip.
And there's too much room, giving him that license to open up his hands to find that gap. You could only bowl such a ball like that when you have a powerful your cover point at that back. If you see that again on replay, Andy, there was too much room. Just look at it. Put it on the 5th stump line. He should have gone for the 4th stump, but went for the 5th stump line, and you don't give a batter who has just faced a lot of number of balls but hasn't scored much runs such a license to hit the ball.
Well, yeah, plenty of room, but again, you can see from the tactical plan of GCI, they're bowling to one side of the pitch against Dan Laddie. They know don't go close to him. He goes big, he's strong on the leg side. They want to keep him on your side, but that field placement needs just to be right. If you're bowling to one side, then you have to have men in the deep, because when he gets going, he won't stop scoring in that region.
Into the attack from the Court of Appeal end, a brilliant change. Becky Kehinde Mubarak will be in. They're looking to find a way to stop this partnership, as they are currently 21 for 1 after 4 overs. The Lekki Cricket Club are the ones batting.
Becky, one of the young stars around the national team, he's got a bit of experience bowling to these batters. He knows them. He goes big. Inside out shot, and this will race all the way. Another boundary for this man, Solomon. He won't stop piling those runs. This time, the aggression is there. Stayed in the air for a bit, but landed at no man's land and would graze away through the boundary.
What does GCI need to do to keep this man from hitting the balls back to the boundary? It just seems like Isaac Ope needs to go tactical this time. Would he be looking to result into bringing his brother in the power play that's bringing in spin? Or will he still be looking to bring himself in? Because it's going to be not bring low pace this time. He might be thinking of medium pace or slow bowlers, just to ensure that he keeps Chilemania quiet in this game.
Amazing period for Solomon Chilemaya, 19 of 10 deliveries. Strike rate currently at 190. This is what you want to see. Brilliant shot, this time straight to the fielder at covers of Tunayo Tarabi.
Rock solid. I think what GCI should be doing right now is Chilemaya tends to be struggle more with the back foot. So what they should have been doing is bowling it more of a shot of a good length, pushing him back to find that edge. Rock solid back towards Point. Point should have cut that off, but he decides to take it to deep extra covers where you have Vincent Adewoye to cut that off and just allow the batters to take a single for that.
Finds the gap in that slip cordon. This time, Dan Larry Isaac gets on the move. Keeping Sylvester Okwe busy around the slip cordon. Becky seems to be the target this morning. Happens, you have to set the plan, and I think in this GCI bowling setup, Becky is the one that they're looking to go after.
I think the setup this morning will be to attack any bowler that bowls a shot of a good length, rock solid back. But now this is what I've been saying, everyone. Now you can see the way Chilemaya was trying to play that ball. He was trying to force himself to hit that ball. All he needed to do was just let it go, because at the back foot he finds it a little bit difficult to play. So what I would have expected is Sylvester Okwe staying in the right position, should take one more step backwards, because once the ball comes, it's going to come faster at him.
Wide delivery this time, umpire Ricky Tete wants his scorers to acknowledge that, and they have done. The score was quite interesting this morning, 28 for 1 after 4.5. Chilemaya on 20 of 13 deliveries. Surprisingly, Dan Larry Isaac, 6 of 13 deliveries. The much needed wicket, and it's Solomon Chilemaya that goes. He goes inside out again, but this time finds the man in the deep. Unfortunately for him, it is the safe hands of Adewoye Vincent, and it's the second wicket for GCI. Not what Ibeju wants to see. This is what they call staying consistent. Again, opening up the face to go big on the offside. A very difficult shot to execute. And he finds the only man around that region. It's the second wicket for GCI, and it's 28 for 2 after 5 overs.
I have to say this, right? I really have to say this. The shot was just unnecessary. He needed to keep that bat straight, but he wanted to go down towards the V, but opened the blade slightly, and the moment that bat turned, he went straight towards the safe hand, like you said, Vincent Adewoye, who would have no mistake in taking such a very great catch for that. That's a lovely run there from Vincent Adewoye.
It's 28 for 2 after 5 overs. And as the captain himself, Isaac Okwe, the needed break, Becky walks away with that wicket. Very, very crucial one. It's a big wicket. The man who's shown form and shown consistency. Abudeme David, who's closing at number 4. It's Watson when he's needed.
They need to keep this partnership going. I said it, they needed to be in 6 runs per over, but I knew that Isaac needed to change the strategy. It's either he brings himself in or he brings his brother in. They need to cut down this run rate if they are looking at putting Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club under 100.
I agree with you, AB. Just have to realize that for every fall of wicket, it slows things down a bit unless David will get going from here and it's Stanley on strike. Brilliant line. The GCI seems to have a strategy. They must have discussed this last night to say we're going to go one area, and I like what I've seen. But for those few short balls delivered by Ifeanyi and Jimo, it would have been a decent time for GCI. Take out those 2 boundaries from this, it would have been around 19 thereabout, which would have been very good. But so far, Isaac has a plan today. He wants a single, no easy call again. Again, he's drifted to the stumps again. He was just outside the stump. They need to stick to that strategy because bowling to Danladi, you don't want to go on his stumps because he's strong on that part of the wicket.
I think if I'm going to be the coach of it, just here, just tell the bowlers, don't try doing anything extra. Keep it on the off stump. Even if they're scoring the boundaries of the off stump, as long as you're bowling to strategy, it works perfectly fine.
Brilliant nudge there. That's what we spoke about earlier on. They have to keep rotating the strike no matter how difficult it seems. And you keep running those 1s and 2s. And then the boundary balls will find their way to you. And once you keep grinding in. This is a strategy that Ibeju Lekki will have to consider presently. And not just dotting the balls, having dead back. There are open space on that leg side. They have a bit of open space on the offside as well. There's no gully there. The field that covers is quite deep. The guy at point is deeper, so just touch around, keep pulling them in those singles, and then you can wait for those boundary balls. But they won't come easy today because GCI seems to have a plan. Working extremely hard here. David trying to get off strike, but Isaac has shown consistency, mixing things up a bit. Fuller delivery, one slightly wide on the offside, and this time slightly shorter. Know themselves need to get out long enough. Brilliant area, and it's a boundary, a much needed one by Ibeju Lekki. Found that gap in the slip cordon, and of course third man was quite wide off. Just soft hands on those ones.
I would have expected Sylvester to have actually stopped that. It was right in his frame, it was right within his reach. That's why you say, you yourself, you're formerly a slip fielder and even a wicket keeper, you always get a lot there. You know, once those balls come, once it beats you, you don't have protection at the pole. So Sylvester Ofe shouldn't be betting himself for allowing that ball to race all the way to the boundary for 4.
Another dot ball, and that's the end of the 6th over. Power play gone, is steady play for the loss of 2 wickets. It's Rushaway and Solomon Chilemaya that have departed. The scorecard for you there. Solomon was looking solid, 20 of 14 with 3 boundaries with a strike rate of 142. Danladi Isaac not getting on properly, 16 deliveries yet to really get going, 7 on the board. Unlike him, 43 strike rate. He needs to make that go quicker. Joined in by David. David there on crazy 133 strike rate, but only first 3 deliveries. Interesting part here for GCI. They're in a strong position after the first power play. It's 33 for 2.
At this point, it's going to be very strategic. Isaac needs to open up his field and force the batters to start running with their feet. Who better again today, the 7th over, if not the man that took that crucial wicket, Lekki, will be bowling from the cut of appeal end.
Good to see the captain stay and believe in Becky. We call the crucial wicket of Solomon Chilemaya. Danladi knows he has to get going. 14 overs left from this innings. Soft hands there to goalie region. They would get a single. Claps from the dugouts of Ibeju Lekki. They know what is required. They know they have to keep going. Current run rate is sitting at just over 5 runs and over. Isaac Obeat said 120, 130 was good, but I tell you what, this pitch today is good for 140, 150.
The highest runs that this pitch has scored has been 210, but fortunately we happen to be in a few more tournaments, not in the male. But the highest for the male has been around 180, 190. So I won't be surprised if a very good batting side like Ibeju gets up to that.
Shots and goes away the protection there in fine leg. If Vincent, I beg your pardon, Aliramon won't let that go, just a single. I'll take you down memory lane. The first T20 came here. Not the first, but the final match between FCC and Lagos Asian. Lagos Asian 199 in 20 overs, and FCC chased down. It was our dear friend, may so rest in peace, Dolapo Gafar and Femi Odiobo, who were crazy on that day, making the most of that game. Perhaps one of the biggest chase, over 400 runs in 40 overs cricket.
A little bit of discussion with the umpire and the captain, so I'm wondering what possibly happened there.
Brilliant shot. Just a single from that one. Isaac Ope feeling uncomfortable there. Perhaps took that one on the ankle. Brilliant partnership there between Isaac and Solomon, but Solomon couldn't wait longer. A 26 between both of them of 25 deliveries, which was decent, just over one and a running ball, with Solomon departing.
I think JCI should be more worried of this man in there than like Isaac. We know how destructive this man can be. I have in my back of my mind, if he stays to the 10th or 15th over, this man can start unleashing what JCI may have not expected him to start doing.
I can't agree less. AB, he's got the ability, no doubt. He's on 9 of 18 deliveries. You really wonder what is happening. The first 30 runs might be very slow, but the next 70 might be very quick and quicker than you ever expect. David, another dot. This is looking really, really tough here to get going. A good track here for bowlers. And they seem to be enjoying themselves. It's good to see this competitiveness between both clubs. Rich history between them. He goes short this time and misses out on that one. I'm sure Danladi will be wondering. This is where I think the GCI bowlers need to be very intelligent, right? You're doing something is working. Why do you want to change it? And because if you get Danladi who's taking his time, you might see 50 deliveries, and then the next 20 you might say 100. You know he's got the ability. Fuller this time, he set down the wicket. They will get a couple, another boundary. And AB, I was just talking about how to be patient as a bowler. You just need to play 24 deliveries. Just be patient. You have 2-3 dot balls, and then you give away these runs here.
This ball was just too full in their hands. Too full. He didn't have any reason to bowl such a ball. Just keep it the way you were doing from the very first ball. You just gave up 4 runs in that particular over, unnecessary.
It is 40-2 after 7 overs. Ope will continue from the pavilion end. It is 40 for the loss of 2 wickets. If you're just joining us, this is the first game of 2026. Big rivalry between GCI Old Boys Cricket Club and Ibeju Lekki at the Tafabalas Cricket Over. We call it the home of Nigerian cricket. Big thanks to our sponsors, Stalin Bank, Tata International, Sego Foundation, Lagos Cricket Stakeholders, Pet Foundation, the Nigerian Cricket Federation, and Unilag alumni. Milo, all have been very supportive of this league this season. Brilliant, but straight to the field and covers. Isaac Ope, he knows a lot, rests on his shoulder, plenty of experience, one of the finest all-rounder Nigeria possesses at the moment. And both teams know how important this encounter is, the second game for GCI. Yes, he finds the car backward of point, and they will push for his second. Fielder comes around it. He wants a third, but Danladi is quite happy with that.
A lot of gap between points, backward of points, goalie, and third slip. I think Isaac Ope, fine, you might be looking to open up the field, but he needs to be strategic about this. If the batters are playing more runs at that end, he might be looking at trying to cover up that and ensuring that these batters don't get comfortable.
That's what we talk about. We spoke about how dangerous this man can be. On your screen again, he doesn't stop showing you that he's got that class. As he goes short, you call that one the uppercut, he makes the most of it. Danladi Isaac, that man now gradually crawling into position to dominate. 15 now of 21 deliveries. Remember, he went 10 deliveries without scoring a run. That's the quality we have in this man. But he doesn't stick around without getting runs. But today he understands the longer he stays. That shows how much thinking he's doing. But the skipper, Isaac Ope, will have to think more because he's got a lot to do here.
You know, Andy, you were quite right. And I said it during the break. This man is one person I will be worried about, because once he decides to start unleashing, he doesn't know whether you're my friend or not. He's just going to keep going back to back, back to back. And interestingly, Isaac and Danladi are good friends from Kaduna State. So Danladi is not making him understand, look, we might be friends, but in this game, we were not friends. Good push for a single. They take a quick one. Danladi Isaac taking his time. This is quite a little bit strange, Endurance. You've seen this guy at the toppest of all levels. Would you say that he's just trying as much as possible to be on the safer side? He doesn't want to lose his wicket because he knows once he gets between the 10th and 11th over, he will have license to actually start exploding.
He's a man with abilities. You can't take anything away from him. He's got that quality. Danladi. He's done it for Nigeria before. He's done it for a lot of clubs across Nigeria. He's dominated with bats. In big tournaments, he's got a big hat. We saw him at the African Games in Accra, Ghana, what he could do with the bats. Looks to go big again. Misses out on that one, not quite happy. And it's the end of the 8th over. It is 47 for the loss of 2 wickets. Pulling scorecard for you. Only Jimo Ramon, brilliant. 2 overs there, conceded 9. Works away with a corner rate of 4.5. Next is Becky, 14 from his 2 overs, but he took the crucial wicket of informed Solomon Chilemaya. First wicket dropped at 2 and the second one at 28. It is Rushaway and Solomon that have departed for Ibeju Lekki. Plenty of quality on that batting lineup. But here, Captain Isaac Ope ensuring he manages his trip, and he has plenty of thinking to do. He still has his brother, spinner, to bowl. But so far, it's 47 for 2 after 8. And bowling change, it is Vincent Adeoye that will be bowling from the Court of Appeal end of the TBS cricket oval.
I'm really wondering why Vincent will be coming into the attack. I probably thought he should have brought his brother in rather than Vincent Adeoye, but maybe he has a different strategy bringing Vincent in.
Brilliant shot, goes over covers, and they will get a couple. Yes, they're coming for the second one. Man in the deep end short. It stays two. Maybe I'll tell you what, perhaps what could be going on through the minds. Dan Ladi is solid quality against spin, and they have to be careful and keep the medium pacers rolling as long as they're doing the job. Just scoring above 6 and over is presently on 5.8 per over, so not bad, but they have to think when to mix things up a bit. Second delivery from Vincent. This time it drives it through. Wideish mid-off. He wants the second. No easy call. The man in the deep is Paul Palm.
I have to tell you that Endurance, that shot was rock solid. Outside the off-stump line, playing in the V, that's the best way you could score the runs. And that's a perfect shot there.
Goes this time through mid-wicket region. Gets just a single. This is brilliant field placement by GCI. Bowling to their field. A deep square leg. Deep mid-wicket. Long on, long off. Deep extra covers. He's having a short cover there. Backward of point. And a short third man in the ring. Short fine leg also in the ring. Smart cricket. Shows they're going to be full and strict. Brilliant, finds the gap again. Glorious me. This is cricket at any level. This man, Dan Ladi, would not stop finding the gap. And when he does, he looks super, super cool.
Super cool, you say, Endurance. Just look at it. He was on the leg stump, waited for that ball, just triggered a little bit to the middle stump. Vincent Adeoye bowled into Dan Ladi's Isaac's plan. And that is what you say when a batter gets into the head of a bowler.
You can say clearly Dan Ladi understands his cricket. He knows his strengths. He knows if I stick in here long enough, I will get going. And that is what we have seen. The man who started with 10 deliveries without scoring has moved on to 23 off 26 deliveries. And I'll tell you what, the next 10 overs, if he stays there, it's going to be a good game we have in our hands. He finds the gap again. This M3 slips a quick out for the TBS. Another boundary. Brilliant days. Take that one. He goes intentionally. Makes it through the slip cordon, knowing that no slip is in place. And he finds the gap. GCI will have to think this one through. The bowlers will have to stay consistent. If the field placement we see means you want to go full and straight so you can go big, you have protection around the leg side, deep square leg, deep mid wicket, long on, long off, and wideish deep extra covers. So you have to make sure you're full and straight, not bowling slightly short. He goes short again this time, cuts it big, but fielder in the dip won't allow it. It is Talabio Junayo who did the work and ensure that wouldn't go through. And it's end of the 9th over. It is 6 for the loss of 2 wickets. Welcome back. We're into the 10th over. We're halfway through these innings. It is 60 for 2. We've lost 2 key batters, Ronshewe Suleiman and Solomon Chilemaya. And the crease is Dan Ladi Isaac and David. Looking to build a partnership here. It should work. Bowling change. It is Sylvester Okwe. We call him the wicket taker. He knows how to get into business, but he has a lot and a big role in front of him. Isaac Danladi, one of the finest in the country presently. Top 5 leading run scorers in associate cricket in Africa. Just making sure his feet is placed correctly. Deep square leg, deep mid wicket, long on, long off, and deep extra cover, all in place. We start with a single on the mark. This is going to be an interesting one. The quality possessed by both teams.
Now this is going to be a very big test here because you bring in a spinner who's going to be in very tight condition. Tracks down the line towards mid-wicket. Just like I was saying, he brought in a spinner at this point. I expected him to have brought in that spinner when he brought Vincent Adewoye over there. This should have been Vincent bowling at this time. But bringing in Sylvester now isn't that bad.
Another single, a much needed one. Ibeju will take everything that comes on the offer at the moment. Starting beautifully. Back and across, but protection in the dip. It will just be a single. This is brilliant field placement. Bowling under pressure. Sylvester Okwe is both good areas. Been very decent. 4 deliveries already. Swinger misses that one. Plenty of communication there. He knows he needs to get going. Dan Larry has got 60 deliveries after this over to show what he's made of. Comes down the line, calls for a single, and he gets it. Keeps Sylvester himself busy. And it's end of the 10th over. It is 65 for the loss of 2 wickets. And Obi brings back.
And after that drinks break, we're back into the last 10 overs of this innings. Both sides will be looking to ensure that they get it comfortable and ensure that it doesn't go the wrong way or the right way. Into the attack will be Lekki Kehinde back into the attack from the Court of Appeal end. He is going to ensure that he has it comfortable and try to cut off the run rate, because at this point seems like GCI needs to keep Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club on the probably 110 if you're having anything to chase down in the second innings. Oh, soft hands push towards third man, I beg your pardon, fine leg, just a single. That's a lovely rock solid use of the wrist towards the leg side.
Good to see the way Danladi started moving these around. Interesting to see them call for helmets. Give some confidence there. Becky looking solid and it's quite quick, you know, from a short run up. He looks to go big, misses out on that one. David needs to keep the scoreboard ticking. They know how important this is. Interesting to see. They would do anything possible to get those singles. Cheeky there by David. Decent line by Becky. Too close to find that gap. However, single would do. Back on. Becky to Danladi. Finds the gap. And the man at fine leg comes into play. It's a boy fine. Just a single. The pressure is on. The dugout for Ibeju Lekki once more. 67 for 2 into the 11th over. Projected from here is 128, but they want more than this. Ibeju have been around long enough to understand what is required. Brilliant shot, finds the gap this time. Will it race away? Chased by Fine Ball. He does the hard work, but wasn't good enough. That is what quality we have in Danladi Isaac. Short and wide to stand and deliver that one through backward of point. You find you couldn't do half enough and rocking into the pitch panels. Umpires for today are A-grade umpires. Akintoku Olumide, and Ricky Tete. Last delivery of the 11th over. Goes short and he goes big. Yes, he gets that one. What do you expect? Umpire surprise there. The maximum. That is the quality we see here today.
I have to say, Endurance, just look at how he waited for that ball. He knew exactly where the bowler was going to drop the ball, and all he needed to do was no trigger movement, just waiting for it, middle of the bat, and the signal from the umpire was what was needed.
David, the score moves on to 78 for 2. After 11 overs, this is where both teams know tactical awareness comes to play, and then we pick things up from here. Conversations in the middle, Isaac, Gino, Vincent, and Sylvester having those conversations. They know it's time. Thank you to our key sponsors this season: the Nigerian Cricket Federation, Sterling Bank, Sego Family Foundation, Pest Foundation, Milo, Unila Cricket Alumni, Lagos Cricket Stakeholders, State Point, Lagos State Cricket Association, and Tata International, ensuring this league stays alive. Major partnership here this season. Interesting to see this partnership coming together for CCC. It's Isaac, Sylvester Okwe from the pavilion end. Who wants a single that goes through the fielder? Just a single. Much needed break, and they found it. Disappointing, really disappointing. It's Sylvester Okwe, the wicket taker we call him. This time coming through the umpire, and just a cheeky shot, uncalled for. And it's the man, short fine leg, who smiles last. It is David who departs now. And straight away into the crease is the captain himself, Ridwan, who joins Dan Laddy. Much needed wickets. Just when things were looking good and set for Ibeju Lekki, David departs, playing a cheeky shot.
Personally, I would say, Endurance, there was no room for him to have played such a shot. He was just there in the offer. Sylvester Okwe came from around the wicket, and he should have been aware that Becky Mubarak had been brought into the 30-yard circle. Rather than try to go big, he just wanted to chip it and just went straight into the hands of Becky Mubarak at third man. And just like you said, it's 79 for 3 after 11.2 overs. Current run rate is 6.97. Projected score is around 130.
Dot ball straight away to Ridwan. Battles of captains. Sylvester Okwe himself, a captain. Goes, rocks back, finds the gap, and that's another needed boundary. Brilliant piece of batting here. And that's where you have to understand the height of both batters and work extremely hard. Just giving that room there, rocks back and guiding it through backward of point for that much needed boundary. It's 79 for 3 straight away. I beg your pardon, 83 for 3.
I was just about to say, India, are you trying to take them back to the 70 mark after the boundary? But that was a very good shot there by the captain, Ridwan Abdikarim.
He goes for the big sweep, misses everything, A wide delivery signaled by umpire Olumide Akintokun. Brilliant cricket, good thinking. That's the area perhaps Sylvester will have to focus on. Not trying too many things. T20 is a fast-paced game. You can't be trying too many things. Oh, brilliant shot. Rocks back and just ensures he goes to the deep square leg. Will be a single. Talabi in the deep, ensuring it's just a single from that one. It's end of the 12th over, and it is 85 for the loss of 3 wickets.
85 for 3 as Endurance has said. The partnership between Danladi, Isaac, and David has been the highest so far. We thought it was going to be Danladi and Solomon Chilemania, but just look at that partnership. 38 balls, 51-run partnership. That particular partnership will be a determining factor to Ibeju's Lekki's runs.
And that is what happens when you're able to forge that partnership, and the much needed. They found it there. They were going good until that cheeky shot there by David. However, we are back to crucial moments. 8 overs left from this innings. It's Vincent Adoyi, and the receiving batter would be Redwan, the captain of the Ibeju Lekki side. Vincent continues from the Court of Appeal end of the TBS cricket over. We call it the home of Nigerian cricket. If you've ever played cricket in Nigeria and not at TBS, then you have to find a way. The ambience, the pavilion. Into the 13th over. Wide delivery. Umpire Ricky Tete signals that one straight away. Karim Ridwan, 5 of 4 deliveries. Full toss, didn't really get hold of it. Isaac Okwe running in from deep, long on. Just a single from that delivery. Usually, I remember the coaches used to say full tosses are the most difficult balls to put away. You have to be careful, you don't want to miss them as your LBW or board, because they're usually straight on the stumps. Oh, brilliant delivery. Run out opportunity. Misses that one.
At this point, GCN needs to find that dot balls if they're going to keep Ibeju Lekki under 100. But with the way these guys are going now, the current run rates, because they're keeping the ball ticking, has taken them to 7.15 per over, which is definitely a very good one for them.
AB, there is no way we're seeing less than 100 here today. There is no way. It's not happening. Good lead, brilliant delivery. And Vincent has to be careful, because both batters have the ability to put those ones away. Already his score is on 88 and on 7.04 runs per over. Projected score 141. Isaac Ope earlier at the toss had said he's looking at 120, 130. But I'll tell you what, this pitch today is quick outfield. The wicket is going through.
This is the Vincent Adeoye we knew 3, 4, 5 years ago. Keeps it on the off-stump line, bullied it wicket to wicket, and ensuring that the batters find it a bit difficult to bowl, to bat that, and that is what he's currently doing now. But he needs to still keep it tidy, as he has 2 balls left in this over. If he can pick 2 dot balls, he's going to put a bit of pressure back to the Ibeju Lekki side to find ways to score runs. Oh, lovely rock solid shot there by Ridwan Abdul Karim. Lead forward, played straight into the bat, guided that away from covers where Sylvester Okwe was standing and just pushed it in between covers and point to find deep extra covers for a single. Oh, lovely shot there. Just a bit of a push. The new point was a big dip into the 30th circle, and a take a single for that. And that's the end of the 13th over. It's 90-3.
It's 90-3 after 13 overs. Karim on 7 of 8 deliveries. Danladi, 36 of 37 deliveries. It's Sylvester Okwe who's back on the attack from the pavilion end. You know what is required here. The Lord is at stake this season, and the players are ensuring and making sure they're getting the right attitude in, the right composition in. Plays and misses that one slightly outside the stump. Sylvester Okwe does this well when he bowls through the umpire around the wicket. Even at international level, we see him do that several times. And he's been successful and wicket taker. Reverse sweep. That's Danladi Isaac. The skills he's got to rotate strike.
Just look at it, endurance. 37 runs off 39 balls. This was a man who was 3 of 30 balls at that point in time. Now look at him. He's beginning to catch up. It will be very interesting to see if he scores a 50 in this game.
Brilliant shot. This time under his nose. Waited long enough. And that will go through covers. Just for a single man in the deep, ensuring that they only get a single. That man is Jimo Abdurrahman. That's a shot again. Full length. He waits long enough and plays it right under his nose. That's the temperament he's got. Brilliant shot. He wants a second one. The easy call, run out opportunity. Is he gone? Yes, he's gone. Needlessly. No need for that one. Impressive. This is Ifeanyi, who has done the magic. Danladi wanting a second one. This is uncalled for. Ibeju Lekki will have to think more. Ibeju Lekki will have to think more on what they're doing, because this partnership should have been worth 100 runs in the last 8 overs or 7 overs. But it's the skipper, Ridwan, who has gone, and Adu Bimbo won't be as quick as him. And so Ibeju have a lot of thinking to do on how they want to approach this. And the man in the middle, Danladi Isaac, will have to make those calls. Brilliant piece of work and fielding there between Talabi and Sylvester Okwe.
You're definitely right, Endurance. You took the word out of my mouth because I was just about to say that. But that second run was needless. You played it straight into the fielder's hands. You didn't take the first one fast. The other non-striker had his bat on the ground. You should have just called a no to save him that stress. But right now, Ridwan Abdul Karim has taken that long walk back to the dugout. He will be betting himself. He shouldn't have taken that second run.
At the end of the game, you always say, what have I done wrong? What should I have done right? 2 wickets have been given away in this game. That of David and this one of Ridwan. No hard effort by the fielding side. Just saying, oh, come take me. Danladi this time driving straight to long off. He will get a single from there. And that's the thing about the quality. When you have 2 quality players, you have to say, we can't give our wickets away. We have to make the fielding side work really hard. And that wicket of Ridwan was just a giveaway. And Talabi and Sylvester made no mistake of it. That's the thing about Sylvester Okpe. He's got a lucky charm, I say. Every time he picks up the ball, something happens. And Ibeju have to think this through. Now the pressure is on Danladi Isaac because he has to bat through the innings. Now this is where the difference is. Adubimbo, he's got the quality, but he needs to find the gaps every time. And that's the end of the 14th over. It is 94 for the loss of 4 wickets. Which wickets have been lost? Rushawe Sulaiman, Solomon Chiemele, David, and Redwan. 4 key wickets. We could have been seeing 180 on the board. But that's the scorecard for you today. Danladi Isaac still on course, 39 of 41 deliveries with just 4 boundaries, strike rate on 95. Who else made a significant impact there? That partnership with him and David and his partnership with Solomon Chiemele, 20 and 23 respectively, could have been the key. We see it again, 51 of 38 deliveries, 26 of 25 deliveries. Are those key partnerships that have just would have taken Ibeju to a point where GCI will have to work hard to get, but no is the case, and GCI are ensuring that today is going to be a good game, as long as they don't let Ibeju run away. It is Vincent versus Danladi Isaac. Straight to a flying short-head man.
I just wish the producer has shown us that run out again, but we're definitely going to be talking about that run out maybe after this over, because we both here know that that run was not needed. It was just a single straight into the fielder's hand. You don't take such a run like that.
No, is the call. He knows it. He needs to find the gap. And you know, when you are not under pressure, where both batters have the ability to get runs, you have batters like Danladi and Redwan. They have the same quality. Both can score runs. You need not take those risks. You need to just wait and bat. And both of them batting off 36 deliveries, 80 runs was guaranteed. He goes big, goes straight to the man at long on. Isaac Okpe, he knows it. Disappointing departure for Danladi Isaac. He knows it. He's hot and his man, full delivery, didn't get hold of it. Vincent Adewoye who smiled back to his spot, and it's Isaac Danladi who departs on 39 of 44 deliveries. Passes it again.
There was no shot there, Endurance. All he needed to do was just play it. If you're going to play it, you're going to play it full. If you're not going to play it, you're just going to play it a little. Isaac was deep in the ropes. All he needed to do was play it in the V. He played it straight towards Isaac, where Isaac was. But I think the producer now might probably just show us that run out. That run out was just not needed. This is the run out again, Endurance. Just look at it. Just a little bit of a push straight to the man. He had to run in from deep square leg. Just look at it. The bat was down. Ridwan Abdul Karim should have called a no the moment he saw the bat was down.
Can't agree less. And you know what? When that run out come through, you then have to reassess the situation and rebuild again. But Danladi decided to keep going big. This time got himself caught at the ropes. $94 for 5 after 14.3 is Karim Gafar at the crease. And we'll have to do the hard work with Adubimbo. He goes big through the cover point area in the air up pitch. He finds the boundary straight away, first ball. And we talked about the quality this team has. It's good to see this young man. He comes in fearless and he goes big. Straight up, foolish delivery. Straight away, he won't stick around without giving a fight.
I just had to laugh after that shot. Like, who comes in with the first ball and just say, hey, I came here to stamp my feet. But that was a very good, solid shot. On the third stump, he knew it was short of a good length, out just slightly on the off stump. And he knew that Sylvester Okpe was a little bit in and just found that gap where Sylvester Okpe couldn't do anything but just watch the ball to the boundary.
A brilliant line this time, and smuggle it through mid-wicket. Now we get just a single brilliant call. This shows the quality Ibeju has, and both teams have it. A real test. The current run rate drops slightly to 6.6 and over. Projected score 133. That's where Captain Isaac Okpe want them to be. But again, knowing this Ibeju side, they won't stop scoring. The last 31 deliveries, change of pace. And that's the end of the 15th over. It is 99 for 5. Once again, thank you to our key partners, Sterling Bank, Nigerian Cricket Federation, Sego Foundation, Press Foundation sponsoring Player of the Matches Award. We've seen a lot of players been smiling away with these awards. Lagos Cricket stakeholders, Milo Nestle, United Cricket Alumni, Lagos State Cricket Association, and our big in-new partners, Tata International.
Into the attack from the pavilion, the end is Sylvester Okwe. He'll be looking to get another wicket. He knows if this partnership builds, they might be looking at 120, 130. But at 99 for 5 in 15 overs, the last 30 balls will be very crucial in Ibeju's runs for the second inning. Soft hands and soft bowling from Sylvester Okwe. Dot ball as the first ball. Up in the air. Is that a 6? Yes, it is a 6. The only thing Isaac Okwe could do was just to watch it. You can see his brother being a little bit fumed there. He felt he could have helped him look at it. Just look at that ball again.
Goes big. It was there for the take. And that's what we talk about. Adubimbo, quite happy with that one. And they won't stop, sorry, I beg your pardon, Karim Gafar. They know the fearless young man, that's the under-19 captain. Now 7 from 2 deliveries, and this is the heart of a lion we've seen. Shows the kind of confidence these kids have. From the under-19 to playing your national captain this way. That's good to see. Sylvester will have to do a bit of thinking around that one. You have to constantly bowl those dot deliveries. And that's where we talk about the quality and ability to rotate strike. Adubimbo needs to understand it. The aggressor is Karim. Get him on strike as often as you can to keep the scoreboard ticking. Dot ball.
I think at this point, Isaac Okwe will be telling his bowlers, once Karim faces one ball, you keep him on strike. Adubimbo is definitely going to waste more balls. He has faced 4 balls and has still not scored a single run. So Isaac Okwe will be thinking, should I keep this man on strike or off strike? And that brings us to the end of the 16th over. Endurance, this is the bowling scorecard for you.
4 wickets from 4 bowlers. Jimo Abdurrahman, again, I would question why he's not bowling now. You can see his figures there. 2 overs, 9 runs. This is where the captain will have to think and say, look, the last 4 overs, what am I going to do? Who's going to come through for me? Sylvester Okwe, his bowling is 4 overs straight away. He's considered 23 runs with an economy rate of 5.75, and that's the beauty you see there. Lekki is both 327 deliveries, 1 wicket. Vincent Adewoye 23 from 3 deliveries, and that man, the opening bowlers have been good. Apart from Ifeanyi Ugo, you see Jimo needs to come back to the attack, and that's where the captain needs to click and say, someone was bowled beautifully well, should you have. The run cards for you there is still now that partnership between Adu and Karim. Adu yet to get on the mark after 5 delivery in the middle of the overs. In the middle of the innings is not acceptable. He needs to get on the strike as often as possible. Karim Gafar, that young man, 12 or 5 delivery, has shown class. 2 boundaries, 10 runs coming from those ones. And now, how do they approach the last 24 deliveries? We should see. That's what I don't understand here. Captaincy is crucial. Isaac needs to understand what he has here. He has a bowler. Jimo should be bowling now, right? And now, because if he doesn't bowl now, it means he can only bowl 1 over, unless he bowls from the pavilion end. And let's see what he comes with. Short and it goes big. Karim will not stick around. This is the attitude you want. And that's what we talk about captaincy and protecting your bowlers.
Andy, just look at the shot. To me, this might be the shot of the day. Perfectly timed, waited for it. Vincent bowled into the arc. You shouldn't be doing that at this crucial moment.
Maybe I won't take anything away from the shot of Solomon Chilemaya. For me, that is shot of the day. That was beautiful. That was quick into his tie, and he just stood there and said, no, don't come around my ties. But this is beautiful. You can't take anything away from this shot. I'll congratulate Karim Gaffer. I like his approach, his attitude. 18 of 6 deliveries. This is what you want to see at the tail end. This is what you want to see. How you want people to bat in the last 24 deliveries. 7 runs from 2 deliveries. I will just focus on that. That's the intensity. Now my concern is Adupimbo will have to get off strike. He can't stay on strike. If he doesn't score, he's going to take a walk to the pavilion, because this dot balls is not what we want to see. We want to see strike rotation. We want to see runs on the board. We want to see that projected score move from 138 to 150 possible.
You're definitely right, Endurance. Move quickly, but this is where, just like you said, captaincy matters a lot. I would have expected it should have been Jimo. You were giving the analysis before the ball was given to Vincent. Every captain would have said, you know what, my 2 opening bowlers, just come back, have a little bit of a feel there, and see how you can just put a little bit of dot balls on the board.
We spoke about it, and it's happening. It hurts me. Unfortunately, I'm just in the dugout here. What I want to see is Adubimbo get off strike. And as a batter, you've got to say, I'm not in form. I've faced 6 or 7 dot balls, and I haven't gotten off the mark.
So much width, too much room, and Adubimbo finally makes Endurance understand very well that yes, I might not be in form, but those balls kind of at once I can dispatch. There was too much width there from Vincent Adewoye. Just look at how Bimbo leaned back, found the gap. All he needed to do was just push that over, because he knew Ubo was right in the 30th circle.
Maybe the question is, now cricketers need to think through this one. You've bowled fuller deliveries to Bimbo, he hasn't gotten off strike, and you decided to go short to him. Totally not thinking through this one. Vincent has to be patient. Bowlers and batters need to be patient and walk through their minds. I do have struggled everything fuller to him, and then you give him the opportunity to get off the mark. He goes big this time, but Isaac Okwe coming on that R1 drops short, just a single. You see how difficult it is for him to pull it away. 16.5 overs, 118 runs on the board for the loss of 5 wickets. 7 runs and over so far.
The big man is in Karim. 19 of 7 balls. He will be looking, maybe he can hit the boundary of this ball. I think I said it too early. Will that go race to the boundaries? Oh no! Isaac Okwe has just made the commentators cause water for me. I thought he was going to cut that out, but that has raced all the way to the boundary. I think I said it too early, and Isaac Okwe probably heard me for that.
slower delivery again. Brilliant 18th over from Isaac Ukwe. Slowing things down a bit, making the batters walk through this one. Dubimbo now knows he has to get a strike. I thought earlier that Jimo has got 2 overs and he got beautiful up front. That's what you expect the captain to think through this. It should have been Jimo and Isaac. Bowling in the last 4 overs. He goes short this time, find the gaps. It will raise away. Go deep. Square leg for a boundary. Slower delivery shots. Karim Gafar. He's come of age, that young man. And good to see the amount of competitiveness in the league with his young boys really ensuring Steve Chikolo will have to think a lot in selecting the squad. I like the competitiveness we see today and the confidence from Karim Gafar, the under-19 captain. He says, I've learned a lot. I've got a bit of experience, and you could see that game between Nigeria under-19 and Namibia under-19, how they conducted themselves. Just to slip away, Namibia took that game away from them. But that experience cannot be taken off these youngsters.
Perfectly right, and that experience cannot be taken off these youngsters, and you're doing exactly what needs to be done. He goes big, can this be taken? 2 men are on the net, and it's a 6!
Confidence, courageous, quality, youngsters, skills he has in him. Karim Gafar is the man of this moment, and he's telling us that I've got the quality in him. 130 runs for 5 in 17.5 overs. That's it for you. He goes big through long off, and that went all the way right outside the boundary ropes. A maximum for Karim. Have you seen the strike rate? Have you seen that strike rate? 330. He goes big again. It can't be better than this. If you're sitting at home watching this, it cannot be better than this. This is the earlier one, and we will show you the current one. The beauty of this game is taking apart Isaac Ope. You cannot re-emphasize how skillful this youngster is, and it will tell you how far he has done.
Look at Isaac Ope's face. He never believed that this young under-19 captain can take him back-to-back in 2 balls. And Ibeju Lekki are quite happy right now. You could see the face of all. Now Sylvester is the one controlling the field. He's moving the field rounds now for his brother. But his brother is trying to tell him, you know what, young man, I'm still the captain. Just go deep down.
I'll tell you what. We talked about the quality of cricket we will see today. We are not disappointed by what we have seen. 37 runs off 11 deliveries. It's quality anywhere in the world. Slower delivery this time. He will pick a dot, but 2 deliveries will send 12 runs. Just what the Ibeju dugout needs. I tell you, and this is the end of the 18th over. It is 137 for the loss of 5 wickets. That partnership is moved from, where were we, 18 now to 43 of 21 deliveries. That is what you see. This is the second highest partnership between Karim Gafar and Adu Bimbo. 37 of 12 deliveries. Bowling scorecard. There, Jimo and Ifeanyi, they've got 4 overs between them. And Jimo has only conceded 9 runs off 2 overs with 1 wicket, 8 dot balls, which is crucial. 8 dot balls, and as a captain, you're going to think about those decisions. This is when to know what equipment do I have and how do I use them. At this moment, I tell you what, you have Jimo Abdurrahman, you have Ifeanyi Ubo that you have not utilized. 4 overs between them this could have been in a much better situation. It's 137 for 5 with 12 deliveries left in this innings.
This overs, this last 12 balls will be very crucial. Isaac said 120, they have crossed the 130. Now he has to think, do I keep them under 140 or will the Belgians be looking to go above 150 where they have something to defend in the second innings?
They want a second. Adu working hard for it. Opportunity. He's gone. We talked about it. Adu won't be as fast as this. He could say no. But it's gone. And Abu departs. The slow motion again. They've given out 3 wickets out from these 6 wickets. He's not as quick as you expect. Gafar should know this. It was okay for him to be on strike because he has the ability to also dominate. And the man who strode in at jersey number 40 is Karim Ayoku. Brilliant show. Not bad partnership. It's very, very impressive. The much needed. Fantastic. Good show here. Very impressive. This is what you want to see. We talked about how the intensity of this game would go. Already with 11 balls left to spare in this innings. That is the run out again. Adu not quick enough. (138 for 6 after 18.1 overs. Run rate at 7.6 and over. Projected score 152. I think Isaac Okpe will have to do a lot of thinking. That's not done earlier. It's Jimo into the attack now. Bowling in the last. This probably gets to bowl only 3 overs. I think that 1 over have cost him maybe 15 to 20 runs. Brilliant ball. Another dot ball.
You don't keep your prime bowlers back. You just give him 2 overs. He was had a very good economy. The first ball he bowled was a wicket. Why keep him that much? Utilize him to the very end. Maybe if he had given him 4 overs, he would have probably been getting less than 130. At this point in time now, Isaac Okpe will be thinking, how do they plan the batting lineup for the second innings?
Well, I'll tell you what, it's going to be a good game because it will test the character of both teams, or batters on both sides. Brilliant piece of bowling. That's what you want. You would have wanted him to go to the top batters in the Ibeju Lekki side. Unfortunately, he's bowling to the tailenders. Ayoku is not so great with the bat, but you could see the development plan, and this is really impressive to see how Ibeju have managed to put this together. And I like the fact that they didn't have to depend on Danladi Isaac. Karim Gafar has come to the party strongly. He gets off track. That is what we want to see. Now let's see how unnecessary throws there. And GCI will have to keep thinking about this. Fido is down, really uncalled for. 2 deliveries to come from this over. He goes big, safe and sound. I don't understand what this means. Straight, no fielder and long off position. Another boundary, reeled out. Karim Gafar not stopping. That's a short pitch delivery. Hits it over mid-off. You should protect your areas, and it's something you have to continue to do. And that's the beauty of it. Karim Gafar moves to 41 off 14 deliveries.
He has to beat David Anker's fastest 50 in the league, which was just 50 off 15 balls, but I don't think he's ever going to get there. But he might just be lucky. A 6 might just take him there.
You can't take anything away from this youngster. He's played beautifully, taking the bowlers on and changed the game in the last 6 overs. Karim Gafar, that's the man of the day. He gets off strike, understanding this is the last delivery of this over. He is going to go face the last 6 delivery of this innings. It is Karim Gafar, the man of the moment, and scores moves to 144 for the loss of 6 wickets at the end of the 19th over. It's the skipper himself, 144 for the loss of 6 wickets, and we're into the last over of this innings. He will be bowling to that man in form, Karim Gafar. (42 of 14 deliveries). Isaac Okwe to Karim Gafar. Full toss and he goes big. He finds the gap. What is this? It is a 6. That is what you want to see at this point. He is loving it. He's got 2 runs to his 50. Beauty of a shot. Full toss from Captain Isaac. Look at that. Look at that. He goes over third man for a 6. The captain of the under-19 is dominating this play. Just off 15 deliveries. You see this quality of cricket. You will appreciate it.
I have to say, endurance, that was unnecessary, but Isaac Okwe, too full on the offside, gave the young lad so much room to find that gap. No protection deep in the boundary, and that is what you want to see. He's making him understand, I'm going to take your shirt in the national team, and Isaac Okwe at this point needs to think for the next 5 balls.
Wide delivery, you know what you want to see. Pressure is on. 7 from 5 from just the delivery. 5 balls left to go, and Ibeju Lekki is already on 152, and that is what I'm talking about. This is a 160 track because the ground staffs have done a great job on this wicket.
You're definitely right on the runs. 150 above, it's a very good runs, but never say never. Oh, good bowling there. That'll run out chance. A good piece of bowling there, but Isaac Okwe, he knows Gafar is taking the fight to him. Now he's also taking the fight back to Gafar.
You don't want to see the dugout of Ibeju Lekki. Everything is good, calm with GCI dugout, but I'll tell you what, this is 150 plus. GCI have got the quality to also dominate with the bat. It's who wants it the most on the day that counts. Big shout. And just calm as ever. Isaac allows that single. It's 8 from this over already, with 2 delivery left.
Now the brother Karim Ayoku needs to get off strike now to allow his younger brother get a 50. He's on 49 runs off 17 balls with just 3 balls left. So Ayoku needs to be smart about this. It's either he gets off strike to allow his younger brother go for his 50, or will he decide to take Isaac Okwe on?
at this point, it's not about the 50, it's about how much runs you get on the board. Because one run can cost you a T20 game. And that's the focus we got to realize here. It's 3 deliveries left. Isaac Okwe to Karim Ayoku. He goes both inside edge, 2 shots. The man of square leg, he comes in to ensure just a single. Now Karim Gaffer, will he make history for himself against a decent bowling attack? 49 off 17 deliveries. He's played amazing shots and we have seen that from him. Those shots include 5 fours and 4 sixes. He goes big, straight to the fielder. Will he? Oh no, short of it. Happy moment, Ali Ramon gets his man. But I tell you what, you cannot take the beauty of this innings away from this young man, captain of the under-19 team, Karim Gaffer. He's batted beautifully, 49 of 18 deliveries, 5 fours and 4 sixes, strike rate interestingly on 288. You can't take anything away, and Ibeju will be happy about what they've seen today. GCI will lick their wounds and hopefully come back strong in the second innings. But at this moment, it is the man of the moment, Karim Gaffer.
That shot, he wanted to go big, he wanted to see if he could clear the fence. There was not much power there. All he did was just push, and just look at that stimulation from Ramon Ali. He knew he had taken one of his friends out, and he knows how important that wicket is for Government College Ibadan Old Boys Cricket Club.
153 for 7, 19.5 overs gone. 1 ball left from this innings. It's been an amazing show of cricket here. If you are following this game, it is a perfect New Year gift for our cricket lovers around the world for the CCC Lagos League. GCI versus Ibeju, always having this excitement, and that is what we want to see, and that's what we have seen today. She only faces the last delivery, just a single from it, and that is the end of the innings. It is 154 runs for the loss of 7 wickets from 20 overs, and it will be 155 to win from 20 overs. And that's the match summary for you. Runs on the board for Karim Gaffer, 49 of 18 deliveries. Dan Ladi Isaac, 19. Nine, 39 of 44 from Dan Ladi Isaac, and David 23 of 16 deliveries on the wicket log. We see clearly how the bowlers pan out. Jimo Ramon, 1 for 16 from 3 overs. Lekki 1 for 27 from 3 overs, and Isaac Okwe went for 36, just getting only 1 wicket. At the end of the day, it's 159 for the loss of 7 wickets from the allotted 20 overs. We will come back to you with the show on from the second innings here at the TBS Cricket Oval. If you are seated at home and if your house is just 20-15 minutes away, you will meet the second innings that promises to be an exciting encounter. But I'll tell you what, GCI will not go down without fighting. 155 runs required from 20 overs.
At TechPoint Global Solutions, we provide enterprise-grade connectivity across Nigeria. Our enterprise internet leased lines deliver dedicated high-speed connectivity businesses can rely on. With our smart IT managed solutions, we secure and optimize your IT infrastructure so you stay focused on growth. As an authorized Starlink partner, we bring high-speed internet to businesses anywhere in Nigeria. In 2025, our impact was recognized with the ISP Game Changer of the Year and Telecom Excellence Awards, and our visionary CEO, Mr. Deepak Mehta, was honored with a Digital Luminary Gold Class Award for his exceptional leadership. Are you looking for reliable internet? TechPoint is your trusted partner. Get connected now.
batters we've seen in recent times. Opening the batting with Vincent Adewoye, a brave decision by Isaac Okwe, sending in Vincent early to take his time. But what we see here is aggression, clearly. 2 dot balls straight away. Required run rate is 7.82 and over. Don't take anything away from the quality of GCI batters, and that is why this game is the biggest club rivalry in the history of Nigerian cricket. This quality cannot be seen anywhere in this country. I tell you what, GCI versus Ibeju Lekki, a rich history between both teams. Into the top delivery of the first over. He goes big in the air. Is it safe? Shea can't get there on time. Just a single. Ramon Ali, no easy call for a second. A smart decision made. Interesting to see fans following this game. Tyre Showally. I like his braveness. He said he's better to win because of the scoreboard pressure. But I'll tell you what, we've watched these two batters, Vincent Adewoye and Ramon Ali, dominate in recent times. We saw Ramon Ali at the West African tournament. We saw him during the under-19s. Straight away, Vincent wants to get going, but he needs to be tactical about it. He doesn't have to hit every delivery out of the park. He needs to start slowly. Dan Laddie shows that he has 20 overs to dominate this game. Just 1 run on the board, 4 deliveries. Vincent versus Okasha. Brilliant bowling. Another dot. The last delivery of this over. Fantastic. This is what we want to see. Run out opportunity, but safe in his crease. Vincent, brilliant piece of batting here. It's 2 runs from the first over. That's the end of the first over. It is 155 runs required to win this game. Current run rate sitting at 2 per over. Required run rate just climbed to 8.05. But I'll tell you what, that will become irrelevant as we go ahead, considering the quality of batting that is on the GCI side. Is the under-19 prodigy Ramon Ali. We saw how quick he scored against Sierra Leone at the West African tournament, and today he's batting with one of the most informed batters in Nigeria, Vincent Adewoye. Both of them in the next 10 overs will make this game a reality. But however, we know how tough it is for cricket. The bowlers will not sit idle. Okasha bowled a beautiful first over, conceding just 2 runs from it. And let's see who's going to be bowling on the other side. Who are they giving the ball to? It's Karim Ghaffar, the man who scored 49 off 15 deliveries, 14 deliveries. We saw how attacking that inning was. What can he do with the ball? Will he be paid back? Time will tell.
Yeah, definitely right, James. And now the biggest question is, what is the batting strategy that GCI will be looking at? Will they be going aggressive, or will they just want to be rotating the strikes? Bearing in mind that they have less than 120 balls to face, and they are just 2 runs off the first over.
Let me surprise you about me. We have Okwe Isaac here to bat. We have Sylvester Okwe, who's got some quality in him. We have Paul Palm. He's quite a slow scorer, but aggressive in mind as well. We have Ifeanyi Ubo. Importantly, we have Timo Abdurrahman. These guys have the quality and what it takes to score 155 runs in 20 overs. The question is, how will it happen? How long will it take? And what will be the strategy towards achieving this? I like the confidence from Ibeju Lekki. The spin they've introduced, Karim Ghaffar. What confidence is this? Only 2 fielders outside the inner ring, deep mid-wicket and long on. This is confidence. Shots, he goes big, inside out. Is it the maximum? Yes, it is. Ricky Tete, reluctant, but has to keep those hands up. It is 6 runs from the third delivery from Karim Ghaffar to Vincent Adewoye.
Just look at that shot. Vincent knew he needed to go aggressive. He had to open his front foot towards the leg stump and had to swing his hands to make sure that that actually ended up in the boundary for sets. That's a lovely shot there. This is the aggressiveness I'm talking about, Endurance. GCI needs to stop being aggressive in the first power play. If not, they might be struggling towards the end of the game.
Interesting moments to see. Testing the faith, consistency. He goes big bodies in the air, disappointing. Vincent already walking on the pitch. Short pitch delivery, turning away from him. Vincent, that aggression, perhaps at 300%, would have been more in control. Short pitch delivery, the wicket for Ibeju Lekki, and the man that departs is Vincent Adeoye. This is a big loss, a brave decision that would have paid off if he was in the crease.
Just look at that again, Endurance. There was no room. He wanted to do the same way he played that shot. Just look at him. He knew he was gone. He had to just, the moment the ball went up, he knew there was no way he was definitely going to get anything or any result at all. GCI will be disappointed with himself that after the first 6 he played in the previous over, he lost the wicket, and it's just 8 for 1 after 1.3 overs. Let's not forget, this is brought to you live by Sterling Bank, Tata International, TechPoint, who are our internet service providers, giving you the quality that you want. Milo, or like everyone said Milo, but where most of us grew up, we do it as Milo. And then you have the Sego Foundation, Pet Foundation, let's not forget, one major sponsor again is both the Nigerian Cricket Federation, who has really given us this pitch free of charge, and also let's not forget cricket still goes on in all the venues all around Lagos, where you have the University of Lagos Cricket Alumni is also giving us the Unila Cricket Oval, and also CMS Grammar School in Bariga as well.
Paul Palmer the crease. He joins Ramon Ali. He will have to work hard and show his rotating strike. That's what you need, is 8 from on the board at the moment from the first 10 deliveries. Brilliant thinking here by Ibeju Lekki, slowing things down a bit. We'll be expecting a lot more from this GCI batting. Brilliant shot through covers. They will get a couple. First one completed, and they're coming for a second. Yes, it is 2 from this delivery. Ibeju Lekki really playing very smart cricket here. GCI has a lot to do, and it's end of the second over. It is 10 for the loss of 1 wicket. Brilliant shot. What a shot. You will have to wait and get this another day. Ramon Ali showing pure class and dominance. Brilliant shot. They will get a single quick fits here by Paul Palm, straight to his toes. Ramonali showing some class here, 605 deliveries. This is going to be some real good game here. Current run rate is seated at 6.4, required is 7.9. GCI know how important this is. Unfortunately, it is Vincent Adeoye. That man has 100 plus to his name. He's got the quality. If he was still batting, you know there's trouble for Ibeju Lekki, but he's gone. Short delivery to poor palm. There seems to be a clear strategy here, knowing the quality of batters and what they have on offer.
Yeah, definitely you're right in there is what they have on offer, but it just seems like Paul Palm isn't understanding. He's a little bit struggling to get himself into the room, but he needs to ensure that he gets behind the line of the ball. Raymond Ali, on the other hand, is just having his spare time in the middle, relaxing, but that man is also quite dangerous when it comes to push down towards Gully for a single. Seems to try to see if they can take two. Trying to give himself room, and then after the end of the third over, it is 18 for 1. Current run rate is 6 runs per over, required is now 8.06. GCI needs to find themselves in a position. We'll quickly take a quick short break.
Karim Gaffer back on the attack. Third ball straight up. We're into the fourth over. Short delivery, looks to go cutting that one, but finds a gap in the slip cordon. This will raise the way for the much needed boundary. GCI on the mark here, 23 runs on the board now for the loss of 1 wicket after 3.3 overs.
That was a catch in offer. Sleeps was sleeping, and that's, I'm quite a little surprised. That was Solomon Rosario, who had the opportunity to take the catch. Now you can see on your frame he had to readjust himself to get into the proper line for him to be able to take those catches. Straight on the ground towards mid off for a single. The idea basically is to just keep rotating the strike. But the more you rotate the strike, the more you get your runs.
Brilliant piece of bowling by Karim Gaffer, another dot. The whole idea is to bowl as many dots as possible. But so far it's been good. trust over 6 runs and over. GCI know what is required. Full toss, but Karim Gafar has done beautifully well. The fantastic. He's taking 1 wicket here, conceding just 14 runs. Smart cricketer. What do we see here? It seems a bowling change. The British on our feet into the attack from the pavilion end. What difference would this make? There's plenty of tactical awareness here by both teams. Ibeju Lekki ensuring that we're seeing the needed results. He's into the attack, and it is Obishe's Wafis versus Ramon Ali. I'll tell you what, Ibi, plenty of coaching has gone into both teams, and Coach Lekki of Ibeju Lekki has worked a lot of times with Ramon Ali, and he knows him well enough. It's Obishe's who bowls the first delivery of the 5th over. He goes big inside out. Does he have it? Yes, it's the maximum. I tell you, it cannot be easier than this. Cricket made simple like ABC. Ramon Ali. The same quality we saw during the under-19s. Look at it again from your screens. Fuller delivery. He goes there inside out, kneeling on that one and ensuring he gets the maximum. He knows his bowlers to pick. This is what you want to see when we say this is the biggest rivalry in club cricket in the history of Nigeria.
Top class shots, that's all I can say, Durant. Top class shots.
18 of 9 deliveries. Ramon Ali, he knows if he passes for 20 overs, it's a piece of cake. This game will be done by the 15th over. I'll tell anybody, this is the most informed batter in Nigerian cricket. He goes big again. What do you see? This time, he kneels and pulls that one away towards backward deep square leg. Another boundary, 10 runs from 2 deliveries.
And top class shot, top class shot. Remember that name, Ramon Ali. He took his time. The first one, he went straight towards the extra covers, got it big, and this time knelt down, hit it down to his third man for another boundary. 10 runs in 2 balls. The aggressiveness is what I'm talking about. And GCI are currently 34-1.
I think GCI made no mistake about his signing. He goes big again. What do you see? Consistency. 16 in 3 deliveries. Ramon Ali. If you hear that name, say that quality over and over again. He's taking Obishe's fees apart here. Not what you expect, but this young man did it in April 2025, and he's come back here today on the 3rd of January 2026 to show us what class he is made of.
6-4-6. Will this over be the change for GCI in chasing down 115 runs needed in 93 balls? This over it is. Now Ridwan Abdul Karim is really thinking it is not the end of the innings. They already having 3 men outside, but they need to bring in 1 man, and that is what they've done. Just look at the field search right now. Long off and deep extra covers. He goes towards the edge with a race to the boundary. The chest is on, and another boundary endurance. 4 boundaries, 4 balls.
That's when you're brave, everything just goes your way. 20 runs from 4 deliveries. This is cricket at its best. Ramon Ali is the name. You want to say that again? This is it. Everything that comes off the bat is runs, written all over it. It's 4 deliveries from this over, and it's 20 runs. Is this one of the big overs required by GCI? But I always say you have to play it cool. You've gotten 20 from 4 deliveries, 2 60s and 2 4s, 4 boundaries in total. Ramon Ali, the man is moved to 32 from 12 deliveries. Is he going to dominate today and take the show away from Karim Ghaffar? Time will tell.
That ball, the good comeback there by Ibeju, but the damage is already done. Already he has conceded 20 runs in just 4 balls. This over is very crucial for the GCI side.
And that's the end of the 5th over. It is 44 for the loss of 1 wicket. Big over this by GCI. And it's Ramon Ali who has dominated. He's got into 32 of 14 deliveries. Papam still sitting on 5 of 10 deliveries. Replay for you again.
Those back-to-back boundaries in the runs were so powerful. Those were the change of the game to me. Just look at that 4 and just look at this rock-solid shot. There was no movement there. All he needed to do was just lean on that shot and just keep hitting those balls. Just look at that again. Slips, or better still, Gully had to dive but couldn't reach it, and all he did was just chase it down to the boundary. Now, in the end, look at it. The required run rate has dropped down to 7.4 overs. Current run rate now is at 8.80.
Confidence and courage. Karim Ghaffar staying on. And we bowl to Popam. Brilliant piece of bowling. A quicker delivery this time. Big shout, and that's it. Popam will depart. Karim Ghaffar, that breakthrough required by Ibeju Lekki. What we want to see, if you are an Ibeju fan, not what you wish for if you're a GCI fan, but I'll tell you what, that man Ramon Ali would be the game changer for this game. If he bats for the next 10 overs, Ibeju will have themselves to blame. So they have to find a way, and they have to be very tactical at this point. Keep him off the strike as much as you can, and ensure that he's not getting as much deliveries as possible. Reality,
at TechPoint Global Solutions, we provide enterprise-grade connectivity across Nigeria. Our enterprise internet leased lines deliver dedicated high-speed connectivity businesses can rely on. With our smart IT managed solutions, we secure and optimize your IT infrastructure so you stay focused on growth. As an authorized Starlink partner, we bring high-speed internet to businesses anywhere in Nigeria. In 2025, our impact was recognized with the ISP Game Changer of the Year and Telecom Excellence Awards, and our visionary CEO, Mr. Deepak Mehta, was honored with a Digital Luminary Gold Class Award for his exceptional leadership. Are you looking for reliable internet?
The fall of wickets is Popam departed, but I'll tell you what, this is going to get really, really interesting here to bat. At the crease is Sylvester Okwe. He understands what is at stake. He can read the game. He understands the game. He's captained Nigeria for many games. The under-19s at the World Cup a couple of years back. And I'll tell you what, he knows he's not a new customer to this. He's being a seasoned campaigner. Ramon Ali, interesting figures there, 32 of 14 deliveries. And Karim Ghaffar, 2 for 14. Brilliant shot on the mark, and is the captain himself. Will it go all the way? He didn't go, but just a fumble there. Gets 2 runs from that delivery. Ibeju will have to be extremely careful. We've seen games like this slip away. Haven't had brilliant performances, but this is looking like a Ramon Ali or no GCI show. If he gets going, he takes away this game from Ibeju Lekki. Brilliant bowling, dot ball. Karim Gafar enjoying his moment. 2.5 deliveries, conceded 16, 2 wickets, 11 dot balls, 1 boundary conceded and a 6 conceded. 2 boundary conceded actually. Brilliant shot. Brilliant shot. These guys will not stop. Sylvester Okwe. He's done that beautifully. Over pitch delivery, and he goes big, milling onto that one over mid-wicket for a 6. We are not going to go down without giving a fight, and that's what GCI is saying now. Scorecard for you there, 32 of 14 deliveries, and that partnership with Sylvester Okwe began with about 8 runs on the board from both of them. Strike rate 228 and 226 respectively between Ramon Ali and Sylvester Okwe. Yet to bat, Isaac Okwe, Jimo Abdurrahman. That is the key. I'll tell you, GCI batting hinge on these top 6 batters. If they can hold their nerves and bat through the time, they will get that required quality. If they can bat through 20 overs within the top 6, this 155 becomes a piece of cake.
Yes, definitely, Endurance. 155 will become a piece of cake for them. But let's not rule out the fact that Ibeju themselves has decent bowlers. Now into the attack is the captain himself, Ridwan Abdul Karim. He'll be looking to get at the dot balls to see. And they just got a wicket. Which other wicket if not the man you know, the man you're used to, the man who is your friend, no other person than Ramon Ali going across the line. 32 runs off 14 balls. How, in Christ's name, would you decide to play a spinner off the first ball across the line?
I'll tell you what, and this is where we talk about thinking through the game. You have this amount of quality in you, and you have to see how you can bat for long. This is the first delivery from Ridwan Abdul Karim, the captain of Ibeju Lekki, to such a quality batter. You got to sweep the first delivery without seeing how much turn he's got on the ball on the day. He hasn't bowled any over. This is his first delivery. Ramon Ali needs to think about this part of his game. And it's Ibeju Lekki that has struck again. Crucial wicket for them. 52 for the loss of 3 wickets from 6.1 overs.
Yeah, definitely, you're right, Endurance. And into the attack now would be Jefferson and Jesse number 1, but before that, let's just quickly see one of our sponsors, Sterling Bank.
More dot balls, big shouts, asking a lot of questions. We're into the 7th over. The run seems to be okay. Those wickets, not friendly ones, have lost 3 big wickets. Brilliant shot straight to the field at covers, no run from that one. Brilliant shot through cover point, extra covers, and they'll get a boundary from that one. The GCI just needs to be strategic here. To full toss, and Talabi oblige. Races away for a boundary on the offside. In the air, catch opportunity. And in the path, Rewan gets a second. Disappointing for Talabi after a beautiful shot. A shot picking if it wasn't put away.
So disappointing indeed. How do you play a boundary on the next ball? You just gave a dash to the fielder. Look at that jubilation from Ridwan. I'm sure on the previous ball he felt disappointed with himself. But now that he has the wicket, he will tell himself he just got redeemed. Now GCI are in serious position that they don't want to find themselves, because at this point they need to find a way to get themselves out of the circle, because now you have the two Ope brothers, Sylvester Ope and Isaac Ope, in the middle. What would they be doing to ensure that their teams get into that required run rate? Because what they need now is 99 runs in 79 balls. Quickly, let's give kudos to all our sponsors, most especially, there you have it, Nigerian Cricket Federation, Sego Family Foundation, Pet Foundation, Tech Point, Milo, University of Lagos Cricket Alumni, Tata International, Lagos State Cricket Association, and the Lagos State Cricket stakeholders. Thank you very much for ensuring that the 2025-2026 Club Cricket Committee Lagos Cricket League is being shown and aired openly to everyone. And after the end of the 7th over, the total extra that Ibeju Lekki cricketer has bowled is just 0, and we have a total of 55 for 6, 55 for 4. Let's look at that batting scorecard. Okasha has 2 overs, 5 dot balls, 10 runs, no wicket, but the only 2 men who has wickets are both Karim Gafar, who has 2 wickets to his credit. And into the attack from the pavilion end now is Karim Gafar, like I said.
Just a single on the back foot, brilliant piece of cricket here. Okwe Sylvester. This is the Okwe brothers. Can they salvage TCI from this trouble spot? Run rate decent, 7.70. Required 7.7. Just the amount of wickets that have gone down. 4 wickets from 7.4 overs. Brilliant bowling by Karim Gafar. Interesting to see how he's transformed from a medium pace bowler to a left-arm spinner. They know how dangerous left-arm spinners can be. And that's what he has learned to do, strengthening his batting. Very strategic decision. The Okwe brothers have a lot in them to offer. They've got the quality and what it takes The question is, how long can they hold up for?
Medium pace bowler to a spin bowler, and he has just only 3 runs in that particular over. Very well done there by by Karim Ghaffar, ensuring that he bowled 3 overs, have 2 wickets, and just only conceded 25 runs. Maybe he will be in contention for the player of the match for today. But GCI still has a lot to worry about. 72 balls left to be faced. 96 runs, so that they need 2 good overs to turn this game all around in their favor.
In doing that, they require and know how important it is to keep the wickets. It's Karim Ghaffar versus Sylvester Okwe. Short pitch delivery outside the off stump. They will take this boundary. Brilliant shot. Quietness in the dugout. Go through the players. They know it is important for this partnership to sail through the next 10 overs. If GACI will get a chance today, the score is moved to 63 for 4 from 8.1 overs.
Oh, he's gone. That's the much breakthrough they need. Isaac Okwe, Ridwan Abdulkarim finding the gate. And it just seems like GCI are just not understanding. Just look at it again from the replay. Too casual. He needed to just play that on the on drive. But they have lost another wicket, and the wickets are just piling up on and on. GCI are in every set of trouble at this point. After losing 5 wickets, they are just 64 runs. Can they ever get to that target? 91 runs needed in 69 balls. This seems like a tall order with just 5 wickets at hand and a lot of overs to go to. Sylvester Okwe is still there with 16 off 9 balls. Now, it's just about partnership that GCI requires. Lukman Koforala is the new man in. He will be facing Ridwan Abdulkarim, who has 3 wickets, 9 runs. He's doing extremely well for his side. He knows the runs they put on board the squad a little bit low, so he needs to find a way that his team gets to their runs. Straight off the mark for just a drive, but back to the bowler. Appeal, and it's given! Another wicket! Unbelievable! GCI batters are just crumbling almost every ball now. Do you know what Ridwan Abdulkarim is doing with the ball? He's turning it perfectly. Let's see that again on the replay. Just look at where Koforala was. He was on the leg stump, walked in. His bat lift was too high before he had that reaction. He had found the gate, and GCI are in all sorts of trouble at this time. 64 for 6, 8.5 overs.
You know, we talked about the scoreboard pressure, and once you have runs on the board, it becomes difficult to think of how to chase the runs. GCI have this quality. The top 6 batters are good enough to take this game away from Ibeju Lekki. But at the moment, that scoreboard pressure is telling a lot. And I'll tell you what, it is 120 deliveries. If you take 80 singles and get 20 boundaries, you will be close to it, giving 20 dot balls to the bowling side. But so far, this is not what you want to see. And Ibeju Lekki at the moment has dominated this. It is all sort of trouble for GCI. Ibeju Lekki, it's 64 for 6 after 8.45 overs. They are happy and they know this is a position you want to be when you bat first, scored 154 runs and trying to defend.
Endurance is definitely right. And now most people will say you have the tail enders in, the batters, the bowlers are the ones coming in. Jimo Abdurrahman is the new batter in. He's a good batter, not to take credit off him, but he has a very tall order. He needs to build a partnership with Sylvester Okwe and find a way to ensure that 64 balls gives them 91 runs that they need. So close, you can see that the wicketkeeper and the bowler knows that he had an opportunity to get a wicket, but after the end of the over, Endurance, it just seems like GCI are not understanding that the bowling scorecard should be up now. Just look at it, Endurance. Read one of the current, 4 wickets, 2 overs, 9 dot balls, just 9 runs.
The other 2 wickets are taken by Karim Ghaffar, 2 from 50 for 15 for 25 in 4 overs, 15 dot balls. That tells you what magnificent performance that is. Karim Ghaffar scored 49 or 15 deliveries earlier and then taking 2 wickets. Karim, the skipper, read one, taking the shine away from that performance. But no way, that performance is what has made this game what it is at this moment.
Definitely right, Endurance, and you can see Sylvester Okwe, he's a little bit crouched down. He knows he needs to re-strategize and find a way. Would he be looking to rotate the strike, or would he want to go all attack blazing just to ensure that before the 15th over they are around the 80 or the 90 mark if they're going to be having it?
Brilliant bowling by Shea Olympio, who's bowling from the Court of Appeal end. It's 90 from 64 deliveries. Brilliant shot, kneels onto this one. It will go all the way. The 3 rounds into play, but nowhere near those ones. It is that man, Jimo Abdurrahman. He's got the quality. We need to believe, GCI needs to believe that this can happen. 6 wickets lost. We'll pull them back, but you can't take away the quality they've got in them.
You can't take away the quality they've got in them, Endurance. You're right. These are the kind of shots GCI will be hoping without losing the wickets. Bear in mind, they still have wickets at hand, but they need to build that partnership between these two. Good running in between the wickets. You just need to keep the ball picking. If it's a single, you take it. If it's a bad ball, you dispatch it to the boundary. You have to take the first one fast. And don't forget, these 2 batters in the crease are big national team players, so they know what they need to do.
Straight to the skipper at backward of point. I'll tell you, if you stay consistent, we talked about the scoreboard pressure earlier when Tayo Showley mentioned it, but I'll tell you what, if you realize you've got the quality and it takes time, from every over you get 3-4 singles and look for that one boundary every other over, you will be close enough to take the risk at the end. Brilliant shot, this time goes through the wicket, but deep mid-off comes into play and it will just be a single.
And that single takes us to the end of the over. GCI's partnership looks not friendly at all. Endurance, the only reasonable partnership they've had is between Raymond Ali and Paul Palm. 36 runs off 24 balls. Every other partnership has been single figures. Hopefully they will be hoping that both Jimo Abdurrahman and Sylvester Ote put up a very decent effort. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll quickly go on this break as it's drinks break.
TechPoint is your trusted partner. Get connected now.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Ridwan Abdulkarim is back into the attack. Will he be bowling his fourth over to see if he can get a fifer in this game? It's just a matter of 6 balls. It's 73 for 6 in 10 overs. JCI need 82 runs in 60 balls.
6 wickets split between Ridwan Abdulkarim and Karim Ghaffar, the man who did the magic with the bat. Brilliant Corvus drive. This will go away. Fielder comes around it. Not quick enough. The needed boundary. Sylvester Okwe standing up here for GCI. Just overpitched slightly, and he will take as much as he can from this one. Brilliant shot through the cover region for a boundary.
Brilliant shot, and then that's the way you start the second half of the second innings in your chase. This is interesting. Ridwan is a national team player. Sylvester is a national team player. So it's a battle now between both players who knows each other.
Brilliant shot. This time, deep mid-off comes into play. Just a single. And that man there, Karim Ghaffar, the man, we call him man of the moment or player of the day. He's been around this game, 49 runs on the board for him and taking 2 wickets. Those conversations there, you can see how effective Shea Olimpo has been speaking to Ridwan, the captain of Ibeju Lekki, having those conversations and discussing where the fielders should be Well, I'll tell you what, if you're just joining us, one of the biggest rivalry of club cricket in Nigeria is GCI versus Ibeju Lekki on the 3rd of January 2026, the first league game and the first match day.
Alright, everyone. At this point, we'll be having another man join us in the commentary box. If the man with statistics, I know a lot of people.
Brilliant one, this time he goes big, full toss, he gets the maximum. How safe is my car out there, AB? But I'll tell you what you want to see, how long will this hold on for? Chimo has got the quality to take this game around. I saw him against LACC when he was playing for FCC a couple of years ago. He got 99 runs in a T20 game that match. Will he repeat the same thing for GCI? Time will tell. Score moves to 84 for 6 after 10.3 deliveries.
That was a full ball, too full on the off stump. Chimo had no time to even waste that. If he had missed that, he would have gone straight onto his wicket. And ladies and gentlemen, joining Nigerians in the box while I take a breather is Show Ajidagba.
Ajidagba, you're welcome. I'll tell you what, you've missed some amazing show here. When you talk about the likes of runs for runs, Karim Gafar took us to the cleaners. Ramon Ali tried to do something but was held back by the Ibeju Lekki attack. So far, it's been 4 wickets for Ridwan, the captain of Ibeju Lekki, and 2 taken by Karim Gafar. The man who got 49 or 15 deliveries just managed and was short of the run, but set up Ibeju Lekki for what is looking like a defendable total.
Super excited to be here at the commentary position. The last time yours truly ran commentary was 20 days ago. Right there at the Package B of the Moshood Abiola Cricket Stadium, venue for the second West Africa Trophy, which Nigeria coolly and calmly consolidated on what they did right here on this ground precisely in 2023. Happy New Year to all our amazing viewers across the globe. My first commentary for the 2025-2026 CCC season, and the first of many. What a way to start the year 2026. This used to be a fixture that decides who wins the title. But hey, we call these things fall apart. Chinua Achebe. Not good times anymore. Sheye Olympio coming from the Court of Appeal end, bowling to a familiar face, and he tries to aim at the wicket. But then, effort was in futility. What a sheer coincidence. Sheye's strength and conditioning coach, he tries to condition Sylvester Oke for the national team. But this time around, we'll be very glad to get his wicket. We are grateful to our sponsors, Sterling Bank. We can't thank you enough. The One Customer Bank. Much better bowling there. Can they go for 2? And they try 2. 2 looks risky, but they eventually get it.
Score is moved to 87 for 6 from 11.2 2 deliveries. And clearly, this partnership is what GCI requires to make a case for themselves. Required run rate is 7.8. Ajidagba currently cruising at 7.6, having lost 6 crucial wickets. Will this partnership be able to make a song for GCI? They know themselves. They know how important this game is. It's the second game for GCI this season because 5 of their players were in that West African tournament, and they did really good for Nigeria in that tournament. We must give it to them. But today, this is important for them. This game will determine where they would be. Foundation Cricket Club sitting at the top of that long league. Island Titans at the top at first position. Foundation at second position. Will Ibeju Lekki go up there after today's game? Tomorrow, promising encounter. We'll be here again to show the world what Nigerian cricket is made of.
Absolutely. This is what we have been yearning for. And this time around, credit must go to the entire executive of the CCC, led by our very own Endurance FM and his amazing team for putting this together in ensuring that we get what we are getting. At this juncture, we are pausing for a while because we are having what looks more like
Yes, big shout out to all those who have been sponsoring us. Sterling Bank, One Customer Bank, Sego, Family Foundation, Pet Foundation, Nestle, makers of Milo, Unilag Cricket alumni. We also have Lagos State Cricket Association, Tata International, Lagos Cricket Stakeholders, Checkpoint, and of course, Nigerian Cricket Federation. We cannot forget you. These are the reasons why we are seeing what we are seeing, and of course, big shout out to all of you.
Clearly, amazing partnership for the 2025-2026 cricket season. When we started earlier, we talked about it's going to be about the players, the quality that we have transformed. Pets Foundation, the sponsors of Players of the Match Awards. You can't take that away with many thanks to the President of Nigerian Cricket Federation, Uye Akpata. I'll tell you what is following this game, and he was asking the question, who is Karim Gaffer earlier? That man, amazing shot, this time inside out. Oh, he gets the maximum. This is the quality you're talking about. Umpire Ricky Tete has no choice than to raise those hands like he's been punished. But Jimo Abdurrahman, I mentioned, this man has got the quality, and GCI has to believe in themselves. At the moment, the current run rate is sitting at 8.09 per over, required 7.2. This partnership could be the game changer in this game.
When you talk about partnership at Endurance FM, the names I mentioned, see that again on replay. Sheye is sent to a place he doesn't want to be, but that's the stark reality. He was sent for a maximum. We talk about partnership. The partnership we talked about, all our amazing sponsors from Sterling Bank, those are the kind of partnership. But for GCI, this is the partnership that I hope lasts for a long while, because what Sheye Olympio has in mind is to either break one of these two partnerships, send it to a region that is so comfortable for him. Unfortunately, Jimo Abdurrahman, another Mr. Stability, was unable to be part of what happened in Abuja. And that shows you the quality that zooms, or quality that oozes out of this national team. Much better bowling there from Sheye Olympio, coming from the Court of Appeal end. Two umpires for today, vastly experienced umpire, who are the ones that you will want for a game like this magnitude. Cuts it there, and that will raise for four. What a missed chance there. And Sheye Olympio certainly not happy about what happened. Look at that again on replay. I'm sure in the head of Ridwan Gafar, the captain of the side, he will be racking his brain to say, what can we do to ensure that these two don't find joy anymore in the batting crease. They need 57 runs of 48 balls. Quite doable. But again, what they will be working towards is claiming their wickets. Two umpires, like I said, umpire Olumide Akintoku, technical director of the Nigerian Cricket Federation, and one of the finest umpires, not only in Nigeria but in Africa. Of course, umpire Rickson Tete, coming from the pavilion end. Dan Ladi sends it to a region that is so comfortable for them. The square leg and just one run, and they continue to tick that box. Jimo Abdurrahman, after facing 11 balls, has scored 22. Skies it up, an opportunity, and they get it. The keeper gets it. What a catch. There was almost going to be a collision there. But that is what we are talking about. See that again on replay. Jimo Abdurrahman will be asking himself, what did I just do?
At TechPoint Global Solutions, we provide enterprise-grade connectivity across Nigeria. Our enterprise internet leased lines deliver dedicated high-speed connectivity businesses can rely on. With our smart IT managed solutions, we secure and optimize your IT infrastructure so you stay focused on growth. As an authorized Starlink partner, we bring high-speed internet to businesses anywhere in Nigeria. In 2025, our impact was recognized with the ISP Game Changer of the Year and Telecom
ISP Game Changer of the Year. They changed the game and the trajectory has changed. It's out, Jimo, and in comes Ifeanyi Ubo. Seven wickets down.
I did that by to interest you. If you look at the scorecard presently, it's just 12.2 overs bowled. This is the third ball of the 13th over. Plenty of overs to play, and that run rate seems to be intact, but you can't equate the same with the number of wicket lost. GCI just weren't thinking this through, but they had the quality to go all the way.
Absolutely. And the man has come in to probably slow down the run rate. First two balls, 2 dots. And that will be to the advantage of the side that is bowling. And I was coming, and I was chronicling players who have represented GCI and Ibeju. 2 names stands out. And what do we have in common? Both, that's a wide ball. Both love to keep the wickets. Both love to bat. And both captains our dear country, Nigeria. Endurance FM and Ademola Onikoyi, players who have represented these 2 clubs that are currently playing. And I just gave you what they had in common.
It's end of the 13th over, and it's 100 runs for the loss of 7 wickets on the board. GCI requiring 55 runs from 42 deliveries. The question here is 7 wickets gone, 3 left. What will be the make of this? The top 5 batters needed to think this through, and that's the batting scorecard for you. Too many single figures there. Just at the top there, Ramon Ali and Sylvester Opo, 28 of 18 deliveries. Jimo Abdurrahman, 23 of 12 deliveries, batting with Ifeanyi Ubo. He calls himself Richard, but I call him Ifeanyi.
That's the first player in Nigeria's history at any level of any World Cup to win a player of the match. And see that again, that batting partnership, not what you want between Ramon Ali and Vincent Adeoye. But you have to say that the one that trumps it all is Ramon Ali and Paul Palm, 36. But Juma Abdurrahman and Opo Sylvester are on 35 before that wicket got dropped. And you begin to ask yourself, the captain has to play a captain's innings. I mean, former captain of Nigeria, Sylvester Okoye, has to play captain's innings in taking this game home because the other 2 batters left are Lekki and Samson.
Another dot ball. Sylvester Ope still there at the crease, working really hard for GCI. The man has captained the club before, captain Nigeria. He knows what is at stake, and this is what they call the temperament, the game changer, the attitude, whatever it takes. If he bats through this innings, 6.5 overs left, we might just see a GCI victory. Brilliant shot this time, 2 cover points. He'll get a couple, 2 runs on the card, yes. Making life as simple as possible. He's batting with Richard Ubo Ifeanyi. Brilliant shot this time, finds the gap between deep mid wicket and deep long one. They will get a single, Fuda fumble, and it becomes 2. Ridwan apologized to the team there. I beg your pardon, not Ridwan. It is David who apologized to the team in the deep. He knows how important those singles are.
Superstar has to continue to bat all the way. That's a wide ball, very evident coming from the corner of appeal end. Ayoku represented Lagos at the last National Sports Festival that took place at the Gateway State, the 22nd edition, and the 23rd edition is going to be at the Cool City in Enugu. That's a dead ball as signaled by the umpire, Rickson Tete. First game of year 2026, a blockbuster fixture. We're currently in the 14th over. Plays it up. And just one he will have left to continue to face. Now, Richard has to bat and score runs to complement the effort. Oh, into his legs, more like a yorker. But at the end of the day, it's just one run. Karim Ayoku into his first over, and already 6 runs have been considered. You need all those runs. We hope to take this game over the line. Sylvester are not happy. The ball did not go to the desired destination. And with that, it has brought us to the end of the 14th over. 108 for less of 7. Okay, Sylvester will still be the one facing 29 runs of 18 balls. And they require 47 runs in 36 balls. The current run rate is 7.71, and what is required is 7.83, which means at this juncture, every ball counts, every run counts, no room for any dot balls anymore. They are not too far away from what is required. They are just 1.2 short of what is required. That means off every ball, they need runs. And probably a boundary to come. So sky's the big, ladies and gentlemen. Exactly what is required. Exactly what is required. The first ball of Danladi was sent to a region that was difficult for him to have anything to do with it. Maximum. That was Danladi. Isaac. I see that again on replay. And that was it. He will need many more of that if he wants to take his team home. But more importantly, batting intelligently will be very key. 5 more good balls at this juncture to be bowled by Danladi. He drops it in his leg. They want to do 2, but no easy call. And what a brilliant piece of fielding there. Richard yet to contribute with the bat. This is the period is needed, and just when I asked, he gave it. And finally, he scores 1 to add his name to those who have scored runs today. Unlike some other players of his who were not able to get any run at all. An appeal that he is not interested in Olumide Akiteku, and see that signal. They are really achieving what they want. Much better bowling there from Danladi to Richard. And then, what a way to end that over. And I'm sure Sylvester will be telling him 38 off 30. No more dotting of balls, please. We need to start scoring those runs. The more we dot the balls, the more pressure it becomes. They need 38 runs off 30 balls. Very much doable. 15 overs gone, 5 more overs to go. Ibeju scored 154 runs. And for GCI to win, they need 155. They are currently on 117 for loss of 7 wickets. We are into a very crucial over. The 16th over. Sylvester batting. And he sends the ball back. And they want to do 2, which looks risky, but eventually he gets it. What a way to start. That is the young star who represented Nigeria at under 19 here at the Tafawa Balewa Cricket Oval in March of last year. Fortunately, couldn't win the tournament that was won by Tanzania. But this young star represented Nigeria at the senior level at Abuja, Ukasha Isiaku, and got a couple of wickets, sends the ball to the boundary. What a game we have on our hands. 6 runs from 2 balls. There is a game here, and Sylvester needs to bat all the way in taking this game home. And word coming from Captain Ridwan, who is fielding at backward 1 point. 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 going there to talk to Okasha Isiaku. And they go for just one. And they go, one becomes two, poor field in there. Certainly not what they want. A bit of confusion in the field. This is the best league in West Africa. The reason we always love to see this feisty game between Government College Ibadan Old Boys Cricket Club and Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club. Okasha Isiaku coming from the Court of Appeal end into the 16th over. Much better bowling there.
Is it safe to call him Captain Cool? Sylvester Okwe is just on 44 of 25 deliveries, quietly championing and steering the ship in the right direction for GCI. We spoke about this game, 30 of 26 deliveries required, and this is what you call competitiveness, and that is why this is the biggest rivalry of club cricket in the history of Nigerian League. This is what you see. You can't find it anywhere in Nigeria.
That was something for Sylvester to ponder about. And in the words of Davido, you will feel it. But this time around, he's telling him, just smell it and have a taste of what it looks like. Does it smell nice?
Some beauty to behold. 125 for 7 of 15.5 deliveries. The last delivery of this over. And then we're going to the last 24 balls. What do we see? Brilliant line. This is a brilliant piece of bowling by Okasha. And that's the end of the 16th over. It's 125 for 7.
So you have to say the current run rate is 7.81. And what is required is 7.50. And see that again. Sylvester Ope is trying to build a partnership with Richard Ubo. Two teammates who know each other so well from time immemorial. Can say for a fact from 2018, when they first went for the Division 2 qualifiers, and they went unskated and went for the Division 1 qualifiers, and eventually got that ticket to that precious World Cup in 2020.
It's about nerves. It's about who wants it the most. It's about who keeps their cool the most. This is what you call the art and quality you require. If you are a team captain at this point, Sylvester Ope presently carrying GCI on his shoulders on 44 of 27 deliveries. Richard Ubo only scored 1 run from 7 deliveries. And I tell you what, he knows he needs to just get off stride. What is required is 30 runs from 34 deliveries. This is possible. I'll tell you what, GCI is on the driving seat, but it's just 1 weekend. 1 weekend, and things might change.
And so for Richard Ubo, this is a period where he needs to bat and not to admire those balls. The more those balls, the more pressure it becomes for the non-striker. And you see again caressing the ball. And in the heads of GCI, they'll be saying to themselves, especially Jimo Abdurrahman, why did I get out at that period where I was out? 2 balls, 2 dots, more pressure. They require boundaries. See that area view of the Tafawa Balewa Cricket Over. You will love it. You just have to love it.
Nico Stadium in front of you again. Quicker delivery, big shout out there. Umpire Olumide Akintoku, not interested. 2 deliveries left from this over. Smart bowling from Danladi Isaac, one of Nigerian finest. We spoke about him, and this is where thinking comes into play. Earlier we saw Captain
from Endurance FM just yesterday, Isaac, aka Muje, which means let's go. Second best batter in year 2025. You have to give him that credit. And they want to do one more. And yes, they do. At the last second West Africa Trophy, Danladi Isaac was the best batter despite playing a game less to the likes of Hamza Khan, to the likes of Didier Indi Kigumana, and of course, Asim Mohammed of Zambia.
He misses that one. This goes all the way the needed boundary, and GCI will be happy to take this one. This make this competitive. This is what you want to see. Full and straight. He looks to flick that one, but gets an outside edge through the slip cordon for a boundary. It's end of the 17th over. 132 runs for the loss of 7 wickets. 23 required from 18 deliveries. This is a mission possible for GCI.
Absolutely. There is what we call legal, and then when you put prefix IL, it becomes illegal. Both legal and illegal runs, GCI will want every run. This is doable, 23 of 18, so long as it's Sylvester that is batting. You can say this game is still within their reach. And of course, what a game we have on our hands.
We have been through these games. We've seen these games. We've been long enough around this game. We know in situations like this, it is the player and the team that holds the nerves the most that will have the day. But it can go either way. 1 wicket away, 2 big, 3 big boundaries away, and it could swing both ways. And that is why the rivalry we talk about, we're seeing here. This is the bowling scorecard. 7 wickets splitted between Ridwan Karim, the captain of Ibeju Lekki, Karim Gafar 2, and Danladi Isaac, who has played 3 overs and considered 17. 11 dot balls with 5.67 economy rate. You can't take anything away from that bowling unit, but its keeper, Sylvester Okwe, carrying GCI on his shoulder. I tell you what, it will be celebration galore. This is their second game, and if they pull this, it will have been a big win for them, chasing down 155 runs from 20 overs.
Karim Mata on the head. Just makes me remember that wonderful Christian song, Carry My Matter for Your Head. That's what we require that our creator should do for us. And of course, this is a very crucial over. Karim coming from the Court of Appeal end.
How dangerous can this be? Ubo Ifeanyi versus Ayoku Karim. Full end delivery in the air, and it's taken. It is taken, but the good news here is that it is not Sylvester Ope. It is Ifeanyi Ubo that departs, and he will depart for 2 from 11 deliveries.
Once he has scored, it's not anywhere close. And so, I would be glad that he lost his wicket because he is not contributing with the bat that he was sent to go and do.
I'll tell you what, it is Becky Mubarak that strolls in. Anything can happen as long as Sylvester Okwe is still at the crease. It is mission possible for GCI. It is in their hands. 23 runs from 17 deliveries. It's doable by any standard. Sylvester Okwe, national team captain, world-class cricketer. He's done it. He did it against Namibia in Accra, Ghana. We saw how eloquent he was. All he needs is 1 over and 16 runs will be gone. He has to decide when and how he's going to do it. The whole idea is to ensure that he has partners to take him through the line.
One thing about Becky Mubarak, coincidentally, he was in charge of Team Nigeria at the second West Africa Trophy. He was their liaison. He watched over them. He did an excellent job. Sylvester will be telling him, you watch over us. We are very glad. Watch over your wicket and score runs for us today.
I can't agree less, Ajidagba. This is why it's been an exciting day here at the TBS Cricket Over. If we could have 20 of these games a season, it will be a delight for our viewers. But I'll tell you what, we most appreciate our sponsors who have made this possible. Starling Bank, Tata International, Sego Family Foundation, Myro Nigerian Cricket Federation, Checkpoint, Unilag Alumni, Lagos Cricket stakeholders, Lagos State Cricket Association. It's been an interesting part. Good start to 2026, and let's see, action continues.
Played it up, and he gets it with one hand. Ladies and gentlemen, Lekki Mubarak will have to go back to the pavilion the way he came.
What a catch, what a catch. One-handed, he takes the run from deep mid-wicket, running towards long on, extended his hand, and he will smile him with that crucial catch. Sylvester Okwe again at a non-strikers then, not happy. 2 wickets in front of him. He knows he has the ability. He wishes those foot tosses were brought to him. Unfortunately, it is Ibeju who smiled last. And it is Lekki Mubarak who disappears and will walk back to the pavilion without scoring a run.
Without any run. On replay, see that one-hand catch. What a catch that was. There were 2 beautiful catches I saw at the second West Africa Trophy. One came from the wicket keeper and opening batter of Rwanda, who eventually won the team. Comes in and he wants to go, but Karim Ayoku becomes a tormentor in chief.
I'll tell you what, this is what we call holding your nerves. We've seen quality batting here. We've seen quality bowling. The bowler can be taken away from the quality and affairs of it. But Karim, he's been a lucky man here today. Brilliant catching that we've seen. Who is going to hold up? Sylvester would cry off the wicket today if he doesn't get a chance to win this game, because he's got the ability and quality to do that. Another dot ball. This is brilliant bowling. At the moment, Sylvester just knows he's going to stick on there and face the next over, because I'll tell you what, it's 23 now required from 14 deliveries.
And the task becomes more daunting, and you'll be hoping that Samson Adebayo, former captain of Government College, Ugeli, and a player of the Paysetter State, Oyo, does something with the bat like he does with the ball. What Samson is doing in that place is the only one that can explain, and the task becomes more difficult for Sylvester Okwe. We didn't know he's already on 50, but they need 23 runs in 12 balls. That means off every ball, they need runs. And not just runs, but quality runs. Is this achievable? Yes. Is it doable? Yes. Danladi Isaac into his penultimate over. Danladi Isaac does it with the bat
for now doing it with the ball. And he sends that ball. This is what they need off every ball. They need 12 runs in 1 over or more. First ball sent for a boundary. Danladi Isaac having a rethink about how to set his field. Big shout out to all our sponsors. We can't thank you enough. Shout out to all our amazing viewers across the globe. We are deeply appreciative of taking your time to watch this tantalizing game that starts the year. And what a catch, or what a stop you want to call that. At square leg, Dimbadu. 2 balls bowled, 4 runs. Sends it up, maximum! Ladies and gentlemen, what a game! What a game! Oh my world! My, oh my! 3 balls bowled, 10 runs on the board.
13 from 9 deliveries. We spoke about it. Will Sylvester Okwe hold his nerve enough to go all the way for GCI? This is when we call character into play. This is what we call patience and skill. You tested your ability, and there we go again. Big shout. Is he going to be out? Umpire Ricky Tete holds his nerve. Not out is the call. 13 runs, 8 deliveries. And this is why this is the most anticipated, interested, and crucial game of club cricket in Nigeria. Between both teams, 9 or 8 national team players in the fray. Brilliant shot. He goes big this time. The player and long off comes into play. Just a single. He doesn't want it. He didn't take it because he knows it's about him. Sylvester Okwe.
He wants to continue to bat. And this is the last good ball of this over. We want to run.
We are down to the... We have seen this happen before now. 12 deliveries. TBS cricket over. Ridwan, who will he give the ball to? Who are we expecting to see? A lot of thinking is in there, a lot of meetings in groups. Who is going to bowl the last over? Everyone rallying around the captain. Who is he going to give it to? I'll tell you what, it's about Sylvester Okwe. 61 runs from 36 delivery. Will he take the game away from Ibeju? He's done it before against Namibia in Accra. We've seen it do it in Zimbabwe. It is possible for Sylvester Okwe. And GCI on the bottom, they've got the quality. Hopefully, in the next 4 minutes, we will decide where the future goes.
I recall 13 years ago, precisely at Willomo Cricket Ground, Nigeria versus Tanzania, 7 runs to win at the Willomo Cricket Ground in South Africa. Endurance of firm in consultation, the captain on that day, leading Nigeria, was consulting Sean Phillips. Who do we give the ball to? 7 runs to win, a T20 game that determines a lot. Eventually, they handed the ball to Saeed Akolade, and Saeed took the game home to Nigeria. The captain has handed the ball to another Nigerian international who made his debut at the West Africa Trophy, Okasha Isaku. He knows this ground very well. He can bowl, he can deliver, but hey, facing a teammate of his, coincidentally, Endurance, they both play for Kaduna State.
Interesting, and the quality we've seen here has been interesting. And we spoke about this game and how important it will be and become. Today, clearly, whoever was not at the TBS Cricket Oval or is not at the TBS Cricket Oval will be wondering what am I doing around the world. But I'll tell you what, GCI versus Ibeju Lekki, anytime, any day, that quality remains a crucial impact of this league. It's Ukasha into his fourth and final over. He's conceded 18 runs. He hasn't gotten any wickets. Sylvester Okpe, 61 of 34 deliveries. It's on strike, and GCI require 12 runs in 6 balls. The umpires taking their time, allowing the team to character. It is Ukasha.
What it requires is just 2 runs of every ball or a boundary, and we'll wait to see what happens at the end of the day. And they send the ball out. And what do they want to do? They aim at him, and they get 2 off the first ball.
I'll tell you what, this is where thinking needs to come into play. The bowler needs to go back to his wicket. The keeper needs to run to the wicket, because at every time there will be risks taken at this point. You have to make sure the throws are one bounce or accurate to the bowler or wicket keeper. And everyone needs to be in this game backing up this wicket. You just take 2 dot balls or 2 boundaries and the game is over.
You can say that again, and what a perfect way to start. Sylvester wants to be the one batting. He wants to take this game home. I was talking about captain's innings. Immediately he lost his other striker. I'm talking about Juma Abdurrahman, where they were both rotating the strike. He carried the matter on his head. 5 more balls to go, 10 runs to win, 9 to tie. Ukasha bowling from the corner of appeal end. And they sent the ball, but he said, no, I don't want to go. I hope this will not prove a bit costly.
It shouldn't. It's what we call the risks at the time. Sylvester Okpe has to face the last ball delivery. If GCI will have to smile away. If you're watching through, the dugouts are all standing up. Pressure on the Ibeju bench, pressure on the GCI bench, and it's the 3rd ball of the final over. He wants a second. Are they going to take it? He needs to take it. Unbelievable, did not. He did not. Adebayo did not take off from his position early enough. Now he's on strike. Sylvester seems to be like he has given up. But who knows? You can't call this game off. Cricket, that says biscuit. Adebayo might just be the man to win it for GCI. But 2 boundaries are required in this over to take it home for GCI.
'99 is jersey number. You will require that kind of score. But can Adebayo Samson do something that would make his people happy? And of course, just one is taking.
He needs 2 boundaries. 2 boundaries. It's a must now. If he doesn't get it, this ball, Ibeju Lekki will start jubilating. But what we have seen is a magnificent game. 8 from 2 deliveries. Who knows, we might just see a super over. Let's not rule it out. It is cricket. It's happened all over the world. We see it over and over again. It is Sylvester versus Ukasha. Brilliant shot in the air. Will that be it? Yes, that is it. And it's Ibeju Lekki who have had the way. 147 runs for the loss of 10 wickets in 19.5 overs. You can't take anything away from Sylvester Okpe. He's batted beautifully well. 64 from 39 deliveries, and he will depart on the penultimate delivery of the 20th over.
Was the wicket that was needed. They will look at themselves and say, we had it in our hands, but we just allowed it to slip. Match summary. Let's see quickly. Ibeju Lekki won by 7 runs. The Cricket Club won the Premier Division, and you will get to see the match summary shortly, how they performed. I mean, the 2 teams. What a game. Karim Jafar, 49 of 18. Daladi Isaac, 39 of 44. David Abibo, 23 of 16. And for the bowling, Juma Abdurrahman, Betty Mubarak, and Isaac Ope took 1 wicket each. And for the second innings, Ope Sylvester was best with the bat, 64. Ramon Ali, 32. Juma Abdurrahman, 26. And for the bowling, Karim Ridwan
had 4 wickets for 20 runs in 3 overs. Karim Gafar 2 wickets for 25 in 4 overs. And Karim Ayoku 2 wickets for 7 in 2 overs. It is Lekki Cricket Club 1, winning by 7 runs. We are going for the post-match now, and we'll get to know who eventually won.